This is
We are live, and it is Big E3 Sunday. No need for any applause today. There's no need for any applause today. Today's a big day. And, we were talking behind the scenes many weeks ago, Crap and I, and we said, let's do this. Let's do this all out. Let's just have an amazing show today on the day of E3. And it's a big day for Xbox. And we've been saying this many Sundays that followed from years past on Xbox's front. But this is a big one, and I feel like we're going to get something outstanding here. So without further ado, let's just get into it. We've got an amazing panel here right now, and we've got others that are going to be joining us throughout the day. I've reached out to a bunch of different podcasters from all sorts of points of view, and we're just going to go right through the pre-show. Then and I have some great footage from last year's E3 2020, okay, that we watched. It wasn't called E3, it was Xbox's Showcase. And then we're going to go right into the live show. But Crap and Xbot and the Great Nova, everybody is here right now. This is the core group here. What do you guys think? How are you guys on this Xbox Bethesda E3 Sunday?
I'm doing good. Is there a little bit of an echo?
I don't hear an echo.
Okay, no echo. My bad.
Sounds great.
Yeah, you know what? I think that I'm a little bit confused, Mooch. First of all, I know I like to push buttons and troll a little bit.
Sure.
Now the interesting thing is I have high expectations for today's show.
As you should.
Very high expectations, right? Like I expect to see huge things. I expect to see a lot of gameplay, new announcements, things to get people excited. If not now, then when? So it has to be now. It has to be today. Today has to be the day we see all the gameplay. I see a lot of people, and then I say that, and people are like, "Well, you're really over expecting. Why would you expect? I expect Scorn and Flight Simulator and
right. You're hoping for more.
2. Yeah, it's like Simulator though.
Like they're naming all this stuff.
Yes.
That was already shown last year.
Right.
Like these smaller indie games, right? And I'm like, why would they show that stuff again, but not the bigger stuff that people really want to see? Like, I made this comment yesterday that I'm all in. Like, no joke. My expectations are through the roof. And even David Jaffe responded to me. He goes, why wouldn't they be? He's like, if they fail this today, then something needs to be done because they need the software to match their amazing hardware. And I couldn't have said that better myself. They have this great box.
That's right.
But they haven't released a first-party game this entire year. And, people want to see some release dates. They want to see some gameplay. I don't see why that's having, expectations through the roof.
No, that's not you're asking for what we all want to see.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things. You know what I mean?
I think you're going to get it. I'm going to tell you right now, guys. So anybody
that Minecraft ray tracing, brother.
Xbot, I'm not going to tell you to put your law degree on hold, but I'm going to tell you this much. I am definitely walking into this show, and I'm walking into this show with a glass of half full. I'm going in very optimistic. I think that this is going to be a really good showing. Well, whether or not it ends up being a great showing, that's on Xbox. But I'm walking in thinking they've got Bethesda. And let me tell you, we've talked about this week in and week out. They've got Bethesda. And Bethesda's marketing, crap, whether you like the games or not, Bethesda's marketing and that team behind now Xbox, and they are separate. They're separate. There's a reason they wanted to be separate. They want to I don't want to use the words take control, but they want to have a little bit of say here. And I think that's going to help this show immensely.
Some control is basically what you're trying to say, man. And I completely understand that, bro.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Xbot?
Yo, like, it's when it's all said and done, the name Bethesda is known throughout the gaming community.
Right.
And to see that they kind of want to, keep that and kind of move forward with it. And if Xbox... it seems like Xbox is smart enough to be like, yeah, no, that's a good idea to keep that Bethesda and stuff. In terms of, first off, I'm hyped. All right, you know me,
good.
Man. I'm excited. I cannot wait. There's so many things I want to see in so many different categories as well. Because I know Crap was saying, people are like, oh, I'm expecting Scorn and stuff like that. me and K Mega, we argue back and forth about this, and
Yes.
I showed you guys the intro to the live reaction that's going on my channel. That's exactly what the type of things I want to see. I put like smaller games like Gunk in there, but with like bigger games like Fable and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that they're going to show more Fable, but what I'm saying is I need the entire mix. Give me the big games, new announcements, and the smaller titles all put together. Give me the gameplay and give me the CGI trailers for what's coming down the pipeline. Let everybody know the future of Xbox as well as the games that are coming out, within the 18 months. And that's something me and K Mega argue over, but I think that's an E3 showing right there. When you show, the near future to what's beyond that, and you kind of mix it all together in an entertaining way, that's what I'm looking forward to, man.
Well, I like what you said there, Xbot, but the one thing I'm going to go ahead and agree with Crap, and that's fine. Listen, I'm not going to tell you not to enjoy games like the Gunk and things like that. I will actually probably play that game as well. But when you think E3...
Sure, listen, Mooch.
Right,
Also,
you're thinking big explosion. Go ahead.
Yeah, like stuff like the Gunk. Yeah, I'm not gonna like go, oh man, that's terrible or whatever. I'm just saying, like, they've had this big AAA kind of shortage, and we have this powerful box, and I just really think that it'd be cool to get some stuff like how everybody's taking pictures of Ratchet and Clank, right?
Right.
Like, I want a game like that new from Xbox. Doesn't have to be a new IP, but just something great looking that really shows off the power and takes advantage of what it can do. And I don't think that's asking too much, like almost a year into the cycle. And, look, Psychonauts 2, cool, man, I'll play that too. But it's like, give me some of those big bangers that you know what I mean, that Xbox used to put out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's not asking too much. I don't know why so many people are just like, you're just setting yourself up for it. No, I'm not gonna have low expectations again. I have high expectations, and
I'm
gonna leave it from there. Yeah, I'm leaving it from there. It's like high expectations. If they don't meet it, then they don't meet it. But I refuse to go in with a subpar mindset and thinking, oh well, it'll probably be Starfield and Halo and some smaller stuff. Like, who the hell would? That's not a good E3. I have high expectations to see gameplay on a Series X of some of their exclusive games and get some release windows and get some surprises. I don't care if they do some CGI stuff, man, like maybe Indiana Jones. Show us what kind of game it is through a CGI trailer or whatever.
Show CGI.
Yeah, but show us give us some release dates and some stuff like that. I think that's not too much to ask, and hopefully people understand where I'm coming from with that. After,
brother, you want a complete bag, and I get that. And Crap, I think me and you, I think we both want pretty much the same thing. Now, you have been more vocal about what's been going on in terms of the first party since the launch of the Series X. I have been more patient, I've been more patient with that. But I think at the end of the day, me and you we're not too far apart with what we want from this show, brother. So
look, I got to tell you, I expect, despite what people are saying, I expect Halo to melt my face. I don't care what other people say. I don't care what the other predictions are. This is a new engine.
What if the multiplayer melts your face, though? Like,
I mean, if the multiplayer, I think if the multiplayer probably looked less good. But look, I hopped into some Gears 5 multiplayer to check out what it looks like. And it looks great, like the fidelity and stuff at a high frame rate. It looks really good. So I don't see why Halo would look bad multiplayer-wise, even though it's 120 frames. But the single player, for sure, like I was looking at some of my old Halo 5 screenshots and the Master Chief Collection. Yeah, and they look, and they're great. And that game looks great. So I expect this game to really look great and to play great. And them to pull it together. It's easy. Everybody says this. Halo 4 had a great campaign. Halo 5 had great multiplayer. Put it together. You know what I mean? Like, they should be able to do that. They've had plenty of time. I believe that game is going to be a showpiece for the Xbox. We're going to get a release date. We're going to get Series X gameplay today. They're going to drop a beta to get people excited.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. I want to see that really good stuff. And you know what? And I feel like that's what we're going to get. And anybody that doesn't think that, whatever, man, if you guys want to go in with a low expectation, that's on you and Xbox, but I have like really high expectations.
Well,
and I'm excited.
And Crap, you have every right to say that. I do want to let everybody know it's great to have over 200 people here. Everyone's doing a show. Guys, we are going to have an outstanding show. We've got giveaways. And I want to explain to everyone that's here right now, please let everybody know too on Twitter that's coming later, that's following you guys, that we are going straight through. There's not going to be an interruption There's not going to be anything. We are literally watching right now 2020's E3 show from Xbox right now live, and then we're going to watch the live show right here. We are going right through. We're not going channel to channel. We're staying here. We're going to be here from 12 o'clock to at least 3:30, 4 o'clock Eastern time. That is another hour after the 90-minute live show. So we'll be doing, and we promised, me and Crap talked about this. We won't be talking through the show. You'll have the audio right here. You'll be able to hear everything because Xbox is allowing us to show their YouTube through ours and have that for everybody to enjoy. And we won't be, will we mention things here and there? Yes, but we're not going to interrupt any kind of conversation or discussion so that you guys can enjoy the show right here on this channel with us and then get our live feed right as we kind of feel it. But again, we won't ruin the show. Do want to say this much. I want to say, I have a couple super chats here. I want to say thank you. Jimmy Harrison, outstanding. Jimmy, been very vocal on Twitter as well. Jimmy says, love you guys and so glad you're doing a show. Crap, I'm with you, man. Ratchet and Clank is amazing, and I better not see Sea of Thieves again. Shout out to the great Percolator 9000. Says, Mooch, super chat's working. Crossfire. Thieves, bro. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
I mean, listen, look, I don't want to see Sea of Thieves and Grounded. Like, I mean, you know.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
Let's be real. Sea of Thieves, with it being like, you know, active and they're doing seasons and stuff. Yo, there's gonna be a section.
Couldn't they show that after though, bot? Like, I mean, you know,
dude, I said they should hire me. How many years ago, Mooch? You backed me up on this.
I will always back you up, Xbot. You have literally been. I don't see how Xbox could. I don't even know they're in business without you as part of their payroll. To be honest with you.
But I mean, I got to be honest with when it comes to that. There is going to be a Sea of Thieves pill for the people who don't like Sea of Thieves or whatever. There's going to be that pill that you might have to swallow. Now, what's going to really matter to you guys, to the people who don't want to hear about that, is what they're going to surround it with. Right. You know, you got one little section out of an hour-and-a-half show. Mm-hmm. So what are they going to surround it with? You know, and if they blow your minds with everything else, I think you'll kind of forget about that pill that you were swallowing with more Sea of Thieves.
I'm going to agree with that, but I want to go back to the Halo discussion because, you know, Crap said Halo and Starfield may not be enough for him, but I got to say one thing. This Halo showing is, man, a lot's riding on it. And I hate to put that kind of pressure on 343, but it's time to put the pressure on 343. What do you think?
It's the next game, right? Like, I mean, allegedly that's going to be the next game. And so I think that what they have to really come out there doing is swinging and just be proud of what you have. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the game is fun and whatever, then I think that people will be really responsive to it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, I don't know where people get, maybe Xbox can tell me, where do people get the whole Halo has never been a good looking game thing from? Because as far as I've always thought it was one of the best looking games that Xbox has had.
That's a good point.
Halo 4 was absolutely outstanding when it came out. People could not believe that was running on a 360. I know, Crap, you remember that, bro.
It's amazing. They showed the lush forests and the environments and stuff. Yeah. It was great. Yeah, I mean, it still looks good.
Again, when it comes to 343, they said that they were going back to kind of like the Halo 1, 2, 3 roots. And if you look back at that, for their time, they looked great. There was more of a cartoony aspect than what 343 did with like Halo 4 and even Halo 5 to a certain extent. Me personally, I think visually, and I know somebody out in chat they're gonna kill me for this. I don't think Halo 5 held up great visually.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that.
Playing now, you know, it looked really good when it first came out, 60 frames per second, all that good stuff, and I just don't think it held up the way other Halos did. If I want to go in for a visual showpiece when it comes to Halo, on my Series S, I'm playing Halo 4 because for some rhyme or reason that game still looks absolutely phenomenal today, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
No, Xbot makes a great point. There was something about Halo 5, even when it came out, it just didn't. We were talking about the textures, the look. And, you know, you see on screen right now, you're looking at footage from last year. This is before Joseph Staten and his team's gotten a chance to go in there and polish up things. But to be honest with you, the game looks better than Halo 5 even as of last year, but it didn't have that wow factor of next gen, right? It didn't bring the true next gen, those next gen consoles to life. So that's what I'm really kind of hoping to see is how they went in there and polish up what they've already done. It wasn't bad, but they needed to make it better. Could they have done that in 12 months? I want to shout out to Thumbs. He says, you got to lower your expectations. You got to give them until next E3. Shout out to Thumbs.
That's a joke, right?
It's absolutely a joke. It's Thumbs.
okay.
Yeah.
Around,
Shout out to Thumbs.
Okay.
I think that's the way we have to kind of look at it is they have had enough E3s. But then again, I'm telling you, I'm going in thinking positive. But guys, let's also be sensible. Okay? Crap, you've mentioned this on every week we talk? We know what their studios are pretty much making. And for people that say, well, those studios have minor B studios. Listen, if we know what the A teams are working on, but we can't see what they're doing yet, you're not going to see what the B teams that these big teams are working on either, because they're even further back than the A teams. So I'm trying to be realistic here. I think that Crap, and I'm going to try and really I got to really kind of give Crap a pep talk here. Crap, I think you're going to have to walk away from this show mainly surprised with 3 things. Halo, Starfield, and I know you're not going to want to hear this. And audience, please put your seatbelts on.
You're going to say Game Pass.
Game Pass
Minecraft.
Announcements.
Yeah.
Game Pass announcements. And listen, because we know back
Am I the only one that wants Minecraft, though? Like,
I've never played Minecraft, so I
listen,
don't
the kids love Minecraft. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. I mean, Minecraft is on in the house here a lot, and that's.
I'm just like, where is?
But that's not my world. I just can't get into it.
Where is my super duper graphics pack, man? Yo, Mooch, you know, I have played Minecraft.
Didn't they cancel that?
I thought they canceled that, or it got delayed or something.
Now they got like ray tracing and stuff like that. They got it running on PC and whatnot, and I'm like, well, where is it for my console?
Right.
That's like, and I went out on a limb. I was like, man, they're gonna show it today. Like that was my prediction, and it's not like the big massive blowout prediction or anything like that. But it's one of the things in an hour and a half show that I want to see personally. You know, I want to see that they have this up and running on console. It's going to be coming out, and I want to see what it looks like. And you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that might not want to see Minecraft, but that's something I want to see, bro.
Well, I don't blame you for wanting to see it. Nova, let's get your take on this, Nova. I'm really interested to hear what you think. Is this something where, you know, how are you kind of approaching this show? Now, Nova, don't say everything all at once.
Nova's
we're only on for 3 hours.
He's leaving everybody on the edge of their seat right now.
You
Nova's
know?
mic is muted, I think. But you know, it's so funny to me. Everybody hit the like button and share it out and stuff. Listen, yes. I get it that everybody and their mother is doing a show. You know what I mean? So just, you know, show anybody here showing some love. We appreciate it. We do got some giveaways and stuff like that.
Yes.
That we'll be doing. So make sure you guys kind of stick around for that and stuff. And again, I always feel like, you know, I don't know, like Mooch, I always feel like I know what you're saying with the Game Pass thing, because they're going to say Game Pass a lot. Right, and there's going to be a lot of Game Pass stuff. Now, what types of, like, we know Back for Blood that leaked. And you know what? There seems to be a running theme to the stuff that goes day and date to Game Pass. It's like service-based stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you think that that's partially because, you know, those games require a heavy live audience all the time, and Xbox, you know, I guess just isn't. I'm known for people buying a ton of those, you know, they always have the least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they always have the least audience for these games.
Yeah.
Can I answer that?
That's a great. Go ahead, no, Xbox, go ahead, but I know where you're going, Crap.
No, I think I hear what you're saying, and that definitely makes sense. And I think when it comes to third-party developers, I think that's probably what most attracts them to Game Pass. That gets them at the table, kind of like you know, coming up with how they're going to get paid and stuff like that with their game coming into Game Pass. I think when it's all said and done, mm-hmm. the first party studios, having 23 first party studios stuff, I think they might have to handle that single player story aspect, whereas opposed to the multi-platform games that are coming out, if they are service based, it does make Game Pass, that subscription service, it does make it more eye-catching than if they were coming out with a, you know, just a, you know, your basic single-player story-driven action adventure game. So I think that's why, you know, games like Back for Blood, Outriders, stuff like that, you see those games, you know, jumping into Game Pass more day and date than anything else.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because if you look at it like, you know, Outriders, I don't know that would have had much life. I mean, people already kind of quickly forgot about it, but I think that's sort of like, I get what they're doing. They go, well, your game would have much better, much better life and would last longer if we just put a day and date in Game Pass. And I think that's probably has something to do. Are you guys expecting any other announcements? I know some people still expect Battlefield. I, on the one hand, don't really expect Battlefield day and date, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that there's going to be some kind of other big day and date announcements?
I don't think we're going to see Battlefield. I think we've heard that from enough people now to know that that's probably not going to happen.
Unfortunately, because I don't want to buy it.
But what else besides Back 4 Blood? Because that leaked out. We know that's going in there day and day. That kind of sucks. I think Xbox really wanted that to be a surprise, but whatever. Anything else that you guys can see that's coming down the pipe this year that foreseeably could enter Game Pass day and date? Or maybe one that you're hoping for anyways?
Man, it's hard really saying.
Why we're watching the show?
Let me think.
Well, that's true, Xbox.
Because you know what? Ubisoft, for instance, right? They really crapped the bed yesterday, in my opinion. They didn't have anything. So
no, that was,
even anything from them, like I'm trying to think, there's no Assassin's Creed this year. There was nothing really.
Extraction, okay? Don't play. I know Mooch. I know you like that Rainbow Six Extraction, right, bro?
It's not my bag necessarily.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
No, man. For some reason, that game, I'll give credit where credit's due. Good on them to make that game what it is and how it's grown. But that's just not my bag. It's really, really not. Now, this is on screen.
I don't like it either.
No.
Guys, I hate to do this, but I got to run. I got to get everything
No,
together.
the great Xbot 448. Xbot,
man,
thanks for coming
nice
on.
Talking to you, man.
Honestly.
Yeah, it was too quick, man. I wish I could stay, but, I got to do stuff on my channel as well. So
no, that makes perfect sense.
Mooch, I will see you. Mooch and Crap, I will see you Friday.
Yes, you will, sir. Yes, you will.
We'll see you on the other side.
So, what do you guys think?
Like button, people.
Thank you, Xbot. Have a great show, buddy. Guys, the great Xbot 448. Great to have him here with us. I do want to say this much. What do you think about Everwild? Are we going to see anything or hear anything about Everwild, even if it's a little bit more from Rare Studios?
You know what? I would like to see more from Everwild, and I think the reason being is because that game was announced in 2019, like Hellblade 2. I don't really understand. Much of the hang up on this, right? Again, and it's not like, I'm not saying that it should release tomorrow. I'm saying like they should be some kind of gameplay. Give us an idea about it, right?
Absolutely.
Like they dropped this thing. It's this
Tell
shared
us
world.
Something.
Yeah, tell us something. Give us some kind of idea about what it is. What can we expect from it? Is there a single player component? Is it co-op? Is it like Sea of Thieves but on land? You know what I'm saying?
That's the way I took it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm kind of looking at. Someone just asked if I didn't like Just Dance. Just Dance isn't my bag. But, again, I feel like, I get it. There's going to be issues because there was a pandemic and stuff like this. But when it comes to Xbox, they've had years to sort of get stuff together, which is why I think that I'm kind of have high expectations for it. And that's not being facetious, Mooch. I know people think I am, right? They can't tell sometimes when I'm joking or not.
They don't know when you're joking.
This is no joke. I 100% expect huge things. They have to be self-aware that they have let people down over the years with these, with their shows. That this is going on a year. And didn't Phil Spencer himself say year one holiday is the most critical?
Absolutely.
So
that's this holiday. So
yeah, so they have
this is the show.
Yeah, they have to have the show. They have to have the games. They have to, and I think they're going to do it.
Crap, do you think they're going to have any other big third-party deals? Like, listen, we're going to see Battlefield, right? We know that. What else are we going to see it's not exclusive, but I mean, what else will... Exclusive. But maybe it'll be marketing rights and things like that. Anything you're expecting to be on the Xbox stage today? Like, old school E3 thought.
Old school. Well, I mean, Battlefield is going to be there.
Besides them.
Yeah, I think maybe Madden maybe, right? Like we still maybe. We still don't know who the cover person is.
No, we do not. You think they'll announce maybe something like that on stage?
Yeah, we could get the announcement. Rumor has it that it was going to be Aaron Rodgers, but sports. Real quick, that's up in the air on who he's even going to play for. So
that's a good point.
Which I gotta say, man, I don't really believe in the whole curse thing, but like my team and Lamar had kind of a rough. I mean, you get to the playoffs, but it's like
Playoffs.
he missed a game because of COVID and those some issues. You know what I'm saying? Like not as good a year, and you know.
You think maybe some people don't want to be on the Madden curse? You say the Madden curse maybe has a thing? There's a thing
Ray
there.
Lewis was on the Madden cover in 2005, and then he got hurt that year and was out like half the year. So I don't know. We'll see. But I just hope that it's somebody. Yeah, dude, I got some drink here. When they say Game Pass, I am taking a drink. We'll see what happens.
Listen, you're gonna hear. I bet you're
not gonna make it.
Nova.
I'm not gonna make the show. Nova's gonna have to step in and be
Nova.
like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
in.
great. I better grab that bag of Ricolas I have over there for cough drops. Hold on. Listen, I got news for you. I think that you're going to hear Game Pass, but you're going to hear it in a Game Pass segment. You will also see it on the bottom when they mention a game. It'll say, coming to Game, because all their first-party games are coming to Game Pass. But they're still going to, they want that thing on screen as much as possible. I don't know if they'll use it as that word dagger. You know what I mean? Like where they, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game. I don't think that's going to happen. Like, shout out to Full Stack in the chat. He's like, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. I think it'll be more than that. I don't think they're going to, like, hit us with that over and over again, but you will see it pop up in the corner every time they show a game because they want you to know. Remember, there are new people every day coming into gaming, folks. We've been talking about this for years, but there's new people all the time. Nova, I went to you before, but your mic was muted. What are you looking at as we go into this? And guys, I want to remind everybody, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast, Brap is going to be joining us in about 15 minutes, and then I've got a bunch of other people that I've sent invites out, and they all said that between 15 to 20 minutes, they'll be stopping by and popping in. So there's going to be a lot of people coming in and out today, hopefully. But Nova, go ahead and again, what are you expecting as you walk into today's show?
So I agree with Crap wholeheartedly. I have really high expectations. So if we remember last year, after PlayStation had their game showcase, Phil Spencer famously said that he feels better after watching PlayStation Showcase. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Kind of making the assumption that, hey, we have a lot of cards we haven't showed yet. So, this is the E3 to show what they got. I mean, PlayStation's knocking out the park. We know sales-wise they're crushing it. I'm expecting to see Halo have a standout show. I think that's what everyone's looking at. Mm-hmm. Even though they can't completely rest on Halo, I think if Halo performs good, people are going to overall have a great or a good takeaway from the show. I think we may have to see something with Elder Scrolls 6, whether it be CG, whether it be something, but a little bit more than a splash card. I think what the initiative is doing, with
Perfect Dark,
sorry,
I
think that's going to be important too. To see, where do they leave off on that, right?
Nova, and I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm glad you brought that up because me and Crap didn't bring that game up at all. Listen, I know that game is far out. I know it's far out, but I would love you want it. Okay, so there you go, Crap. That's the game. That's for me. Yep. You want to tell me that you want a great show? Show me anything. I don't care if it's I shouldn't say anything because we did see CGI of Perfect Dark at the game. Was it the Game Awards? And it was okay. I want. Can you get a little more detailed in the CGI? Like even if it's CGI, like what the character, the main protagonist, what we're going to be doing, some of the scenarios, some of the tricks, some of the things that we haven't been able to do in prior Perfect Darks. Like tell us what we're getting here. Give us something. And if they show that, Nova, outstanding bringing that game up because I think everybody kind of washes over it pretty quick. And I think that's really going to be a game that could stop the show and make people stand up and light a match.
Yeah, well, and remember, we did hear rumblings that Perfect Dark would be coming out episodically.
Yes.
So maybe it's not that far out. Maybe they're already close done to, with episode 1. I do want to see something with Avowed. Give me, even though actually,
absolutely.
Maybe I take that back. Maybe it's too early to see some from Avowed yet.
Supposedly that game was supposed to come out late next year. Like
really?
That's what people were saying. Yeah, like I don't. That's why I sort of don't understand. Some of the people saying, "Well, temper expectations." There were people that originally thought that I argued with on Twitter that Hellblade 2 was going to be a launch game. right? Like they actually argued that. It wasn't until they came out and said, hey, this game is actually going to be running on Unreal 5, which that engine doesn't even come out till this year. And then, you can switch over your work to it or whatever. But, there's no, again, when are these games coming? I think getting a release year or release window would be a very good thing to put out there for some of these games. I understand it's not all of them, but if you look back, Phil Spencer and even some employees of the initiative said that their game was in a playable state a year ago. So why couldn't we get some kind of trailer with some gameplay or whatever?
Right.
I just would like to get a little bit more of an idea about what these games are about. You know what I'm saying? What is this?
What about it? So when you say that crap, you mean like Avowed? Like, tell me more about it, right? Like what's on screen right now. Tell me.
Like Avowed. All right. For instance, we get that strong Skyrim vibe, but is that really what it's about?
Right. Is that what we're getting? You
know what I mean?
More Skyrim?
Yeah,
that's bad, but is that what we're getting?
Yeah, that's
Certainly
what I would like to
it.
know. You know what I mean? It looks like, it's on the screen right now, I think, too, like the old, the little trailer or whatever. So that really caught my interest. Perfect Dark again. I would love to see something from that. Even though, listen, I'm not a Hellblade fan because of the puzzles, looking puzzles. Maybe this is the one they go something a little bit different, right? Where the hack and slash is a little bit more of the thing that you got to do, and I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, if Hellblade 1 would have been all just hack and slash, I would have loved it.
I'm so glad you said that crap. There's so many games that I'm playing right now where I love, and I'll just use Ratchet and Clank as an example. But there's many shooting weapons, right? You have all kinds of different weapons on the weapon wheel there that they give you, and they are all very fun to use, by the way. But as you approach a series of enemies, you have a melee. Same thing goes for like Returnal. You had a I would almost like call it a lightsaber almost. You have right. So I like that in close combat melee, and I have to agree. Make these games have a superior melee mechanic. It is a big deal for gamers. We still want to have our shooting. Whether it be arrows in Avowed or whether it be a machine gun in another game, those are very, very important as well. But, I really like where you went with that crap. Take Skyrim and take it to the nth degree. Get us to that next level. Next level.
But you're right, because in Ratchet and Clank, when you're up close, you just start swinging your wrench. Right, and I think that's really cool. And same thing with kind of Returnal or whatever. But then you can shoot the crap out of them from far away. So listen, Ninja Theory is known for their hack and slash. Like they did DMC, which I thought was pretty good, the combat and stuff, and they did Heavenly Sword. So why not focus more on the combat aspect than look for the tree that looks like this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't know, like that just was, and the combat I thought wasn't like Chris wasn't the main, and that's because that's a low budget game or whatever. But I don't see why the new one wouldn't have much more than that. You know what I mean? Or maybe even co-op. You know what I'm saying? Like I think co-op makes a lot of games, not forced co-op, but you can have the option to co-op. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So that's what I think I'm looking for. That's what I would like to know. We don't know anything about any of these games, and I want to know more about them. What the hell is Everwild? Is Hellblade 2, does that have a, co-op? Is it, still looking puzzles? Halo is what's the deal with the story? Are we getting a full story? Is it like they're going to do like games as a service? Is it like Destiny now?
Right.
There's a lot of questions like that they kind of didn't answer. And I would love to get some answers. Perfect Dark, is that, did they say if that's first person shooter? I can't remember if the trailer really indicated that.
I thought it was third person. Was what they were insinuating. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I certainly hope it's third person.
I see. That's the thing with me. The original was first person.
Absolutely. I thought we were going in a different. I thought they were going in a different direction there.
That's what I thought too. Like it is a reboot or whatever.
That's fine. Listen, look, I play so many first person shooters. It's really incorrect of me to say that wouldn't be fine. That would be acceptable. I'm just looking forward to playing a game that's a third-person shooter besides Gears on Xbox. That's an Xbox IP. Yeah. And shout out to some great people. Lady Foxfire on E3 Xbox Day. Great to have Lady Foxfire here. I see Skint Eastwood back in the chat again. Great to see Skint here. DatGuySmitty, great Mooch Maniac family member. By the way, I forgot to say that. You guys can see it in the description. I have all the great channel members as a part of the show, as always. Right above the description is the join button. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do consider joining the channel. It means the world to me, and it really, really helps out. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button. We are going all day today. I woke up, drank a pot of coffee. A pot of coffee! Does Mooch actually need a pot of coffee? I don't think so, but I did it anyway. We are just got a lot of energy. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the guests that are coming in, but I love the conversation. And guys, if you in the chat have questions, please write them in. Let us know what you want to see.
A little bit of breaking news.
Please, Crap.
It's a little bit of a spoiler, I guess not.
Well,
Starfield's launch date just leaked, November 11th, 2022.
Okay.
For Xbox and PC only.
Okay. I got to say, so that is great news. That is great breaking news. However, show of hands for who's surprised? Oh, look at 2, 3. It's like 6 hands up. We knew it was going to be holiday next year, and we knew it was going to be Xbox only. I mean, that's been said now on various stages. But that is great, Crap. I appreciate the breaking news. That is big.
Yeah, that just
confirms it.
My feed. Yep, confirms it. Listen, I've been saying all along this would be an exclusive. They had to have it exclusive because
gotta have it.
They didn't really have much else. You know what I mean? So it's exclusive. Starfield, November 11th, 2022. Now again, that's so late in the year,
right?
That even that could be pushed. So having a date, I think, is cool. Yeah. So
does that give us any kind of an inclination about when we may see Halo?
The trailer today. The teaser trailer apparently leaked on the Washington Post.
No, that sounds right. What?
I gotta say though, okay, there's this screenshot, Mooch. I'm gonna send this.
Could you please
to you? I'll send it to you. And I gotta say, if this screenshot, I don't know if this is a PC screenshot or an Xbox screenshot, but it looks like it's only next gen only.
Okay.
And it looks pretty good.
Let me see. Did you? Is it?
I'm
Twitter,
about to send it to you.
Okay.
I'm about to send it to you.
The Great Crap Gamer and his inside sources. Outstanding.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Thank you. Shout out to Zombilla Ice Cream and Smokes, Mooch Maniac family members. Great to see you guys here.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, everybody, slap that like button. Let us know what you guys are expecting in the chat today. What are you guys expecting from Microsoft? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks pretty damn good.
It does look good.
Yeah, I think that looks good. That's a pretty cool, and that's a little teaser trailer. By the way, you can click on that on the.
I'm gonna wait for the show. I'm gonna wait for the show.
I hear you.
I need something. I love the excitement. And guys, I told you, look, I think, Crap had every right to make the comment he made earlier in the show because he has every right to feel that way. But myself personally, I'll tell you, a really strong showing from Halo and a really strong showing from Starfield. The show's remember, Crap, the bookends, right? Bookends are a big deal on these shows. It's how you feel when you start, and it's how you feel when you leave the show. I think that goes for movies, everything. So this could be big. Go ahead, Nova.
Mooch, Crap, have you guys heard about this rumor that I just saw this pop up that Xbox Game Studios is rumored to add IO Interactive, people behind Hitman, Avalanche Games, and Crytek? Have you guys heard anything about this?
I've heard some of the rumors about Crytek and stuff like that. My question would be, when it comes to Crytek, what the hell has Crytek done that would make them even, I don't understand why they would buy them. They haven't really done anything.
The engine, right, Crap?
But hardly anybody's using the Cry engine anymore. It's like a handful of games.
This is true.
I get it. But I'm just saying, that wouldn't be a big, how everybody kind of celebrates. Yeah, they got Bethesda and this and that. Like a Crytek buyout. They haven't made last Crysis came out in 2013.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so anyway, Mooch, that screenshot is this stuff is quote unquote in engine, but the trailer is all CGI.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
It's like an all CGI trailer or whatever, but it's like giving you an idea.
See, now let me ask the panel and the chat, guys, how do you feel about that? That's a question. I have a question about that, honestly, because if the game's launching next year, the end of next year, that you would think that they'd have something to maybe show, even if it's right. You'd show something. You can have a CGI, but show a little bit of the game, maybe. I mean, I can't be alone in feeling this. If they're not going to show any gameplay of it, that you know what that tells me? I put up a warning flag, and the warning flag is prepare for a delay at the end of next year. Because,
yeah.
You know, if you got to show something.
Yeah, well, listen, here's the thing.
10 seconds.
And I hate to think of it this is sort of weird how I've been thinking lately as I approach 40, right? So I turned 39 in March. Thank you. But it's like now I look at this and I go, well, I'll be over 40. I'll be almost to 41 by the time this game comes out. You know what I mean?
Are you afraid of passing before you get to play the game?
I don't know. You know, I don't have any kind of inclination of that. I'm just saying it's like, you know, these things are like some of these games that are 4 or 5 years away, man, you're halfway to 50 at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Wherever you're going in the afterlife, no matter what you believe in, there's Game Pass there. So don't worry about it.
I'm sure there is, but I'm sure it's still $1.
Of course.
So
of course it is. I think it's free from wherever you're going.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. But yes, you know what? Look, I just saw this thing, the trailer, the teaser, or whatever.
Yeah. What'd you think?
You know, it's okay. I think it's gonna, like, people that really like Bethesda are probably gonna be really stoked by this. I think that this game has to absolutely nail it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that for real, I think that this game, right? You can't have a Fallout 76 situation with this, right? You have to have, you know, a game that's complete, that's not full of bugs and stuff like that. So, you know, I do hope that that's the case here. So I'm excited. You know, a little bit disappointed that it's CGI, but we at least have a release date. So the fact that they must be at least somewhat self-aware, some people want released windows, or the fact that they attach such a release date.
Yes.
And I also want to say this, that it does look like Jason Schreier was right on this, right?
What was his what did he call crap?
Remember, he said that there's going to be a definitive release date at the end, and it'll be the end of next year. Remember?
Yes, he did.
There was a lot of people, you know, there was a lot of people that were saying that it was going to come out this year. There was people that said it was going to come out early next year. Remember, at the beginning of the year?
Yes.
Now it looks like it's even further away. But he said that they didn't even really start heavy on producing this game until 2019.
That's correct.
Because they were the Fallout 76 team.
They were the 76 team. That's right. So, well, you know, I always trust Mr. Schreier. I mean, he's right outside of everybody's window. It's amazing how he's able to, you know. If you don't want to get leaks to Jason, I recommend you put no shrubbery outside your windows. He's nowhere from the hide.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I just say that honestly, he's a legitimate journalist. I mean, he's opinionistic, which is fine, but he does get a lot of news out there, and generally he's correct, I would say. So I didn't take that with a grain of salt when he said it and he put it in print. He's definitely heard it from an actual source, not a I got a friend who knows a guy who went to college who had a dorm roommate that was next to Todd Howard one day in line for an ice cream. What?
Yeah.
What? That's fine. So I totally think that's
someone responded to me. Trailer had pop-ins.
Well, shout out to the Dreamcast guy. DC just tweeted out. He said decent. You know, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have it pulled up. He said something like decent showing from Starfield, but I really hope Xbox doesn't end with that. And that's interesting because if you're hearing gamers start to say that, you know, listen, it's not fair to be hard on Bethesda in this instance. And I'll tell you, I'm not defending it. I'm telling you guys, I've been saying this for weeks. People are like, Mooch, just calm down. Starfield's on the way. You guys do realize, even if you bleed green, right, you do have to understand that Starfield may not be your jam. It may be, but it may not be your jam. And that's okay, right? That's okay. I don't know. Like, there's even people who like Dark Souls games, and they didn't care much for Sekiro. Or they like Sekiro, and they didn't, right? And they didn't really. And some people saw Elden Ring, they go, well, maybe not for me. Like, I'm just saying, just because you like Bethesda, or you like that Bethesda is now owned by Microsoft, that you're immediately going to like Starfield. You may, and I'm not here to tell you you will or won't. I'm just saying to you that when people keep saying to me, Mooch, you have to understand, they got this company, this company, this company, this company, this company, this company. I got it. We all got it. But what are these companies making? And is the game something you're going to want to play? The people that make Far Cry 6 are a very competent group of developers. And you know what everyone wrote me after they saw the trailer? Just another Far Cry. Screw it. But that's a talented team.
Yeah.
Right? So my point is that here's Starfield, and you're going to everybody who's truly, a big Xbox fan, they're going to say it's great. And for them, maybe it is, but is it really something that you want to play? That's what Bethesda has to prove to me. Is this a fun game? I always use this example, Crap. I loved Prey. Well, I liked it a lot. Loved's a strong word.
Yeah.
I liked Prey a lot. No one else did. So let's reverse everything for people in the chat right now. Let's take Starfield and let's replace that with Prey. Let's pretend Starfield came out 3 years ago and Prey was on the way and you didn't know anything about it. And you saw an astronaut and you saw a mimic and you saw that you could transform into anything. Could you imagine the hype? Oh my God, Mooch, next gen. We could be anybody. You could be anything. You could be a coffee cup.
Yeah.
Roll of toilet paper. Could be anything. That's next gen, right? You could. And you'd be like, wow, Mooch, are you on for Prey? I'm on for Prey. All of a sudden, Prey comes out. Nobody liked Prey. So what I'm saying to you, or the majority, I should say, I liked it. But my point being is that that's what I'm saying. So you can't just sit here and roll off acquisitions of teams and names of games that we have never seen or played or anything. It doesn't mean anything yet. And that goes for Sony too, by the way. If Sony has a game come out and it's like, Mooch's Adventures, which I highly recommend everybody buy.
Go check out Mooch's Adventure.
Right? Everyone. It's fantastic. It's a great platformer. He's got a shooter and he's got a hammer. It's great. But
yeah, it's fantastic.
It really is. Crap got an early copy. But I would say, listen, guys, don't get excited about Mooch's Adventures. Because to be honest with you, you don't know what it is. So It goes for every company and every team. I'm just saying, I want to see these games. That's what we were talking about with Perfect Dark. It's what we're talking about with Starfield. And now, Crap, you saw the trailer, just verbally.
Yeah.
Did they show anything that resembled, not gameplay, but what the mechanics would be, shooting wise, or if it's a?
I saw a mech walking, and they're and they they got into their ship, and then they put in the date, and it was the launch date or whatever. Which was November 11th.
Oh, so it really wasn't much.
So, yeah, it's just a teaser.
So maybe that's what the. Shout out to Dreamcast guy. And I don't want to put words in his mouth. Maybe that's what DC meant by I hope they don't end it with that. Maybe that wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 2 minutes or whatever. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they got something else. Maybe they're going to show it off. I don't know. If that's it for Starfield, then that's a lot of people hyping.
Well, that might be it, though, Crap.
Yeah, then a lot of people were hyping, that up. I got to, listen, I don't look at a release date as a leak, to be honest with you. I guess the trailer could be looked at as a leak, but it's CGI. So,
right.
I don't know. Now, there has been some artwork that also has leaked. Damn, this has got to be annoying for Xbox, right?
Well, what Starfield? You've got Starfield artwork?
Yeah, there's some that leaked on Twitter.
Okay.
It looks almost like it looks sort of like a Star Wars game, maybe, but you're a explorer or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what it looks kind of like to me, anyway. Like,
right.
Like you're exploring different worlds or something, and like it looks very interesting. In fact, I'll send you. This is not screenshots.
No, these are concept art.
This is concept art.
I don't know why they show that at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why show the concept art though? It doesn't mean anything.
Why would the concept art leak if they had some gameplay? I mean, look, it looks like it could be cool, but I think I actually want to see
the concept art is never in my life, Crap. The concept art has never really fully portrayed the game ever.
Yeah, it's so strange.
Shout out to Jay Merchant. He says, but if it was coming to Sony, Mooch would be bigging it up like New York pizza. Well, listen, I got news for you, Jay Merchant. I got to be honest with you. If they were making a Mooch's Adventures, I'd absolutely be endorsing the crap out of it. Of course I would. But nonetheless, yeah, I don't understand. Remember we got Halo concept art years ago?
Yeah.
That's not what we saw.
Remember those trailers weren't even what we saw, to be honest with you.
That's true, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, remember the one with the animals and everything? And we were like, whoa.
Yeah. Big open world, drive wherever you want.
Well, Mooch,
some of that's real. Go ahead.
Do you have any bold predictions, like
it's getting tough.
Maybe a little bit odd predictions, like I'll give you an example. Like I'm still out there on the limb that I think that Bethesda is going to showcase Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop. Just because I think
that's
those
extremely
are PC
bold.
Games. That is a bold prediction. I also think
extremely bold.
If they show off Halo, they're going to give you an option to be a female Spartan, as maybe in the multiplayer, but maybe even the campaign.
Or in Halo.
Bold prediction. Yeah, in Halo.
Listen, you know what, Crap? I may have agreed with that last one a while ago. I can't right now, and I'll tell you why. Look at the damage that Halo 5 did with you not being Master Chief.
I'm saying that's why I'm saying maybe even the multiplayer they would do that.
Right.
Like where you could be a Halo Spartan, because I don't think they've had a female Spartan that you could play in the multiplayer.
Let me say this to everybody. We got 334 of you, and I appreciate every single one of you guys here. Please do tweet it out. Shout out to Bryant Carter. I see a bunch of the great Marty Bison. Listen, guys, we are going to be doing the live show live here with the audio.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it,
and hear it here, and we will not be talking over crucial parts. So don't feel like you have to leave the show because you got to watch it on the Xbox channel. We're going to be streaming the Xbox channel right here for you with the audio. And we talked about this, and Brap's going to be joining us soon. We will not be talking over crucial parts. If there's a lull or a part of the show that's like showing something, we may go, "What'd you think, Crap? Oh, that was good. This is that." So you'll get a couple of play-by-plays instantly as they're happening, but we will not be talking over the show, Crap. I mean, we agreed on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want you guys, please hit the like button.
We
tweet it out.
can't hear shit when we do that.
We want to hear it too.
Yeah, we want to see what's going on. I mean, look, if something comes out and shocks us, I might be like, "Damn!" Or
well,
whatever,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Now, and if it's really bad, you might hear some whimpering in the background as it ends, But other than that,
or that vodka pouring fast.
Yeah, the vodka pouring. Yeah, Game Pass is what Game Pass does, and Game Pass, while we Game Pass. Xbox is more than just this. We want to stream, and we love Nintendo and PlayStation, and
right.
We only take.
I think those days are gone. I think those days are gone.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Shout out to the Great Gadget in the chat. He says, "I just got to say I love you two guys, Mooch and Crap Gamer," and I want to throw the Great Nova in there. The Great Nova.
Hey,
Nova is here, and Nova cares. Nova, we spent a lot of time getting everything all set up this morning, and couple hours, and it was fun. It was great, and it's all part of the E3 experience, guys. We are going to experience this together, and I think it's a lot of fun to be here with us as we go through it, because it is nice to check it out on the Xbox channel at times. But I've done that a few years where we didn't do the live show, and then we met after, and I was like, man, I really wish I had the audience here. I think we have a lot to talk about in between. Like I said, there's a lot that goes on in between. There's dead time during E3. You guys do remember that. It's not 90 minutes of nonstop. There's a little bit of this. There's probably going to be a Minecraft part. There's probably going to be a couple of small 2D indies that visually will do just enough. You don't have to hear the audio on that. Shout out to the great Pope. The Xbox Pope is here. You know that the event has started. I feel like this is when the Pope is here. It's similar to like on Thanksgiving before when you see all the floats coming. Right, the Pope is here. The parade's officially started now. Crap. Okay, I mean that's the official kickoff. Shout out to the Pope.
It is. Thank you for stopping by, Pope.
Yes, the great Pope.
It's much appreciated for sure.
Absolutely. Now I'm trying to see here. Now this will be the first time Mooch ever tries to actually get a live stream going. I'm waiting until Xbox goes live, and then I'll change the screen over to the actual live feed. When I would assume they're going to do a countdown. Let's hope Xbox doesn't do an hour countdown. Wouldn't that be something, Crap?
Yeah.
If they said they were going live at 1 and it's an hour countdown.
Yeah. That would suck.
The only thing that would make it okay is if they played the final countdown as part of the music round. That would be fine.
Yeah, it would. Hey, everybody, hit the like button, man. Share it out, man. Stick around. It's gonna be, a good time.
It really is.
Yeah.
And then we're doing the live reactions after the show. So after the show, then we're, because me and Crap usually take notes. Crap does a great job of taking notes during any of these E3s, whether it be Sony's or Xbox's.
I write everything down and stuff just so that we're not scrambled like, well, what happened again? You know what I mean? I hate that shit. You gotta have.
You gotta have your notes. We are prepared, Crap. We are prepared.
You can only be so unscripted.
This is true. This is true. Nova, were you gonna say something before?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I have one bold prediction.
Please.
I think we're gonna see maybe not for today, but they're gonna announce some type of Halo Infinite multiplayer beta or alpha. I would say beta at this point, to get people excited. We'll see that. Even if it's a week out or 2 weeks out, I think we may see something.
Depending on what do you think we're going to see, Nova? Say it again. I apologize.
Oh, I was saying I think we're going to see some type of Halo Infinite multiplayer beta pop up, some type of date announcement. That's a great
point.
Bet.
Crap, are we going to see a beta?
Yeah, I think that we're going to see a beta relatively soon. I mean, they have to, right? If they're going to release this game in, November or whatever, you got to have time to make some adjustments to this kind of stuff. And they're going free to play, and, you want to test those servers, and you want to make sure that you have, everything out there ready to go. So, yeah, I think that they absolutely have to have, some kind of beta. I already know that they're flighting it right now. Like, there's people out there already testing this. So, we'll see what happens in terms of being able to, for everybody else to play. But yeah, I fully expect them to announce something along those lines.
Okay. Well, I certainly hope so. Do you think we'll see anything where they say, go home and enjoy it tonight?
I don't know. Some people were saying that they might do that with something like Flight Simulator or something, but I don't know how much enjoyment would actually be in that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hope that they have some good stuff. I have high expectations, so...
Infurious One says, hey, Mooch, how does the concept of not playing the character Master Chief in Halo 5 make playing the game any less fun? I think that, Infurious, I think you know the answer to that. I mean, it's the same way, like... it was less fun. I want to play as Nathan Drake. I liked what was the DLC? I mean, I beat it, but the Uncharted 4 DLC,
Lost
Legacy. That was a great game. I thought that was it was a lot of fun. But for me personally, that game is a Nathan Drake and Sully game. Like, that's just the way that's not me saying that. That's the way that Naughty Dog created that. And when you have side characters becoming the main characters, it's not that I didn't enjoy the game. I did. I played through Halo 5, but Master Chief is who it is. Imagine Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Right? And they tried to do that with the Shia LaBeouf character. It didn't work.
Yep.
Didn't work. It's not my fault. We've come to love these characters. It's not your fault that you want that character to remain.
It's like I can give you a really good example, right? Like Mass Effect. I'm playing through that trilogy. Shepard, such a great character. And when you come out with Andromeda, you've got these no-name, they almost like bootleg characters. They couldn't like carry Shepard's jock, right? It's like it's the same problem with Gears of War. People want to play as Alpha Squad or Delta Squad, excuse me. They want to be Marcus and Dom and Baird and Coltrane. They don't care about these other characters who kind of suck, to be honest with you. So that's really the problem. People want to play as these characters and they love these characters. And I think that's probably the main point that I would get across is that's why so many people kind of look down on what Xbox is doing, or what, not Xbox, but when that happens with these characters, Master Chief, look, they want to play as Master Chief. Like, I got to be honest, I didn't want to play as these other people. Can anybody out there who's not Xbot name who all the characters were from both teams? There's like 8 people. I knew Locke and Buck, but who were the women? Who was the other guys? Like, most people wouldn't have a clue who they were. Right. They didn't really have anything that stuck out. You played as Master Chief for 2 little segments or whatever. That was it. So yeah, it's not exactly, that's probably why people were one of the reasons why people were so upset. So
shout out to Jumanji XZ says, Mooch, let's go. The show's 1 minute away. I got the show up. I've got the Xbox channel up. It's not airing yet. They've got 112,000 people over there. Stay here with us, guys. Honestly, don't be a part of that 112,000. You can't even, the chat, you can't even see what anyone's writing. But literally, it's just scrolling. It's just scrolling. Imagine you write something in there. Great show. The great Brap is here. Brap is here just in time. Crap, you're here. Brap, you're here just before we go right into the show.
Yeah. What are you guys watching it on, by the way?
Right here. I'm streaming it on the channel with audio.
Oh, you are? Okay, perfect. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so now they just went live over there with a 2-minute countdown. So I just want you guys to know we are going to go ahead. Thanks to the great Nova, we are going to go ahead and watch that ourselves right now. Here it is.
It's going to be great.
Of course, it's going to be great.
With minor talking. I mean, we're not going to be doing
minor talking
or anything like
minor
that.
talking.
Yeah.
So I've got it mute, guys. Just so you know, as you see it coming up on screen, I had it muted. It's muted right now. As soon as the countdown gets down to 0, I will unmute and you will hear the show live.
It's the final countdown.
Can you sing a song and not get in trouble? Can you do that?
You can do that, yeah. You can actually even parody a song.
Look at that.
And not get in trouble. So yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Here we go. See the 1 minute and 26 seconds?
Yeah, well, it's actually 53 seconds right now.
Since you're new here, what are you expecting?
I'm tempering my expectations.
No, don't do that. It's now or never.
I think Bethesda's going to probably be the showcase. You know, I think we'll see Halo multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
May see some surprises, but
let me ask you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Did you see the Starfield trailer?
I did not know.
Oh, okay. But did you see the release date? What do you think about that? November of 2022?
Yeah, a couple leaks just came out, Brad.
Yeah, a couple leaks. Yeah, no, I know. I think that's it's probably about right. I'd rather wait for the game to release complete and without issues than release prior. I know they were gunning for early 2022, but let them take their time.
Well,
okay, guys, here we go. I'm unmuting, so you guys are gonna be able to hear the show now. The show has started. Shout out to Sergeant Salty Nuts.
Thanks for the chat.
I'm predicting megatons. I'll just leave it at that.
So I will say this much, guys. The show has started, so we will go. There's going to be about a 10-second delay. So, again, we're not going to be talking through it. So you guys are going to enjoy the show live. Brap, we said we weren't going to talk through the show. We're going to talk in between some, maybe there's some of the other parts that aren't as big. But we're going to let people enjoy the show.
Are you watching the show on your channel? That's what I want to know.
Yes, it's on. Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I mean, I'm about 10 seconds ahead of the live, but we're not going to comment until after the 10 seconds anyway, so. Can you guys hear the show? I want to make sure can you guys hear it? Let me know in the audience if you guys can hear this show. You should be able to hear it.
I hear it, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was just listening.
Thank you, Nova, for your help again. And guys, we'll get to the super chats in a second. I see Carlos Crespin, DatGuySmitty, and Sergeant Salty Nuts. We'll get to you guys.
20 years.
Yes, we appreciate all the love. Like it, share it out, slap it.
And like you, this is a moment I always look forward to.
I know everybody and their mother's doing a show.
Everyone's doing a show. We really appreciate it, guys.
Hoping for a few surprises. Most of all, though, I love seeing everyone around the world come together and celebrate what games mean to all of us. And I think, this past year, they've meant even more. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for the support you give us and one another. Xbox is turning 20, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the friendships we've had that whole time. At Bethesda, we believe video games do one thing better than anything else. They transport us. Through art and technology, there's real magic when you step into a new world and can make it your own. We've traveled the worlds of Elder Scrolls, of Fallout, and now, for the first time in over 25 years, we're creating a new universe.
Here we go.
With Starfield. Set hundreds of years in our future, it's an epic about hope, our shared humanity, and answering our greatest mystery.
Wow, they're opening with
Starfield. It's a game we've
so this will be interesting.
And it wasn't until now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the team who's hard at work at home to make that dream a reality. We're excited to finally share our first in-game teaser and something to look forward to.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Starship Frontier. We have you on scanners. Performing remote systems check.
Oh, okay. I've already seen this though.
This is the clip, Crap?
Yeah, this is the clip.
This is what was leaked. Okay.
They say, the wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family. What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
Lost.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array full. Check. Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Okay. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Chat, please do me a favor and comment what you think about what you're seeing right now and what you think of Starfield. I want to see what you're saying. I want to read it out loud and let the audience know.
Xbox.
I'm intrigued.
I'm definitely intrigued.
I'm intrigued too.
I want to learn more. It's awesome to share with you for the very first time one of the most anticipated games in the world.
I mean, that was obvious. I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah.
Day one on
Thumb says, is Crap still taking a shot for every time Game Pass is said? I believe he is, but maybe not during the Game Pass section. I don't know. He might be dead after this
part. I am so
part.
excited and proud to be here today, celebrating games. Because although it's been an incredibly tough year, I am grateful that games have been such an important source of joy and connection.
DatGuySmitty says in the super chat,
we are committed
he goes,
to forging the next
Homeboy just asked, who's that loud guy yelling? Welcome to We'll get rid of him. Who's yelling?
Unlocking play across
Imagine coming to the channel of the yeller.
The power of games to everyone.
Not knowing. It's great.
And now, we get to share that quest with Bethesda. Not just as partners, but as one team, united in bringing the very best games to more people.
Bethesda kind of wants to be separate a bit.
So today, we get to reveal more of what's to come. We have an amazing show, 30 titles, 27 in Xbox Game Pass, and of course, every single console title you'll see today.
Why do they sound like super villains?
Xbox Series X and S, offering next-gen performance, speed, and features.
Join us.
We get to work with the best studios on Earth. Next is something truly riveting. The latest entry in the haunting and evocative franchise created by GSC Game World, Stalker 2. Coming first to Xbox Series consoles and PC. This will be a true next-gen experience, targeting 4K resolution and ray tracing. Let's take a look at what you'll get to play when it launches next year.
Targeting, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's already slipped into next year, huh?
Oh, it's next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, next year, yep.
Готово. Ну и пошли они нахрен. Спасибо тебе. Ты многим сталкерам жизнь спас. Ну, давай, малюй картину маслом.
I'll be honest with you guys, like, it's not something I'm dying to play, but I am looking forward to Stalker 2. I am. I'll play. You guys know this is my jam. I would play this game.
Yeah, plays best on PC.
Oh, crap!
Поэтому я ни в какие разборки и не лезу. Не хочу пулю поймать. Ну не знаю. Между аномалией и маслиной.
This kind of reminds me of Metro, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Mooch. You got a lot of Metro vibes here.
A lot of Metro vibes.
Isn't it the same developer?
Is it, Crap?
Is it?
I don't know for sure. I remember some.
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
This is a indie team. Smaller indie team, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Big time Metro vibes here, man. Buffalo Bobby says game looks great.
Прям вижу красоту эту. Не первый год в зоне, вроде примелькалось.
Let me say this. Sergeant Saltino says, how likely is it for Microsoft to reveal new hardware? I don't think that's happening. Carlos Krebsman says, I'm going to take a shot every time Microsoft says Game Pass.
Говорят, ты знаешь, где вход в фундамент.
See, there's parts during these show where you can get a talk in here and there. Yeah, JWE316 says big Metro vibes.
Yeah, not the same developer, by the way.
No. I'll play this game. Tom Johnson's not impressed.
I gotta be honest, I probably won't. I didn't even play Metro.
I didn't play Metro either, but I'm hoping this is a shorter Metro. Metro was just like, felt like it was pulling a tooth.
О, месье, прошу прощения. Может, вам кучёнок?
I don't think this is a great showing for the game, though.
Они вам лабораторию
You mean people sitting around talking about a campfire?
Yeah, let's see more of this. The action. I want to see more of the gunplay. Like, stop with the campfire. You know? Yeah, let's see it. There it is. It's pretty badass.
Пошел ты. Зря ты так с друзьями. Ты же его на вылазки таскаешь.
Чего-чего? А дружбы?
Captain Crunch says this is cross-gen. I don't think it is. I thought they said Xbox Series X and PC.
Yeah.
Он мучился.
Yeah, they did say that, Mooch.
Okay.
Это хорошо. Он этого не
But these days, you can never be sure.
I think that's true. I think this game looks really fun, but I'm not blown away by the visuals. Are you guys?
I mean, look, it's not a. I don't think this is a huge budgeted game. I don't know.
Посмотри на нее.
I mean, I'm gonna play this for sure.
To be honest, I would play this.
It's my thing, but you know, there's some people out there that I know like this series, so hey, man, cool for you guys.
Crap.
I like the post-apocalyptic, world, I guess.
What's weird is so many people thought this game was coming out this year.
I did too.
I did too, yeah.
That railgun looks pretty cool.
Похоже, пора.
И куда ты теперь?
Enough with the campfire.
Нужно с ним поговорить.
Удачной охоты.
Jimmy Harrison says, fantastic stream so far, Mooch. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks for all your support, Jim. I truly mean that. Thank you.
Doing the next crossfire as we sit around the campfire talking.
Someone in the chat said, "Where are the cartoon games?"
They're coming.
Oh, they're coming.
They're going to be there.
They'll be here.
Psychonauts 2 for sure.
Well, this is true. This is Stalker 2 as well, isn't it? Is this post footage?
April 2022.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Okay. You're a little. You must be a second or two ahead of me. Oh no! Wait. This is something else. I'm sorry.
We're surviving here.
This is Back for Blood.
Back for Blood.
Surviving's not enough.
My fault. We're all on the same page. My fault.
No, we don't need to do anything. When was the last time you saw written?
Turtle Rock Studios. Last seen with that one game that nobody played ever.
Although I'll be playing this, dude. Yeah. And if the rumor's right, Crap, and it's Game Pass Day 1, see you on Xbox.
See you on Xbox.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
You're here. Come on.
Oh, this fall.
This is just Left 4 Dead, basically. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that for Mooch.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm with you,
To the
Mooch.
safe house.
I'm with you, Mooch. Game Pass, day one.
Yes.
I'll co-op.
I think you can play it on PC. Game Pass 2, Brad.
Oh, that'd be great. 'Cause that's the best place to play games.
Brap has got those plugs. He's on cue. He's right. He hasn't missed one yet.
No, I haven't.
He's like, I practiced all night.
Buckle up.
Yeah, right. I'm not only a client, but no, not only the president. But...
Snakes is impressed.
We got a board meeting.
Day one for Martian Hunter. Yeah, Capone. Capone, you better meet me online. Well, Capone, you know what? We got a game at some point. Capone seems to be a very interesting individual. I like to get his take.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kibono.
Xbox console exclusive.
Oh, there it is.
October 12th. Yep, there it is.
All right. I'm okay with that crap.
Xbox Studios.
What is this? Is this something new? Play it day one.
I think it might
on
be
Game Pass. Okay.
I heard something about Avalanche Studios, but
I did too.
I guess this is what they
Game
were.
Studios. Oh, Sea of Thieves.
Gar. Gar, matey.
The best water in video games.
Gar. Gar.
Sea of Thieves? Wow!
Gar.
You know, crap, we joke, but we really should hit the high seas again. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, we should.
Right?
Yeah.
absolutely.
I thought it was fun.
The crap, the SS crap.
The SS Crap?
Yeah.
Crap Minnow? I like it.
That's just great.
Now
Yes.
receive the
With the exclamation point.
life. You must start by saving the life
Beyond the
of
tides.
Arr.
All I gotta say is Kraken is still lacking.
Could be.
Realize we had company. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Wow.
But I
I'm
suspect
not
you
surprised by
already
that.
knew that.
No. I'm
Wait, is
surprised.
this Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
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 Partnership with Disney.
Because of the treasure.
I thought so, because that lady sounded like, what's her name?
And if it's not stopped,
Yeah, she did,
this
yeah.
world will sink.
Oh,
into
Jimmy Harrison
shadow.
goes, sigh.
This
More
sea
Sea of
holds
Thieves.
many
He's not feeling
secrets.
it.
Ah, a new body at last.
Is this some kind of single player?
Show you the way.
From what I
Story?
hear of this so
I hope so.
Sea of Thieves,
That sounds pretty
nothing but
cool,
mercenaries,
actually.
bloodthirsty mermaids,
If it's a campaign, this is pretty cool.
a legion of dead,
Like single
angry
player.
pirates.
Well, it can't really be, though, right? I mean, the whole game's designed around the three ships, right? I mean,
Well, I believe that now is the perfect time to use these cannons.
I see they didn't pay the extra money for Johnny Depp.
A world without the
Probably not.
No.
Well, no, Mooch, that is
A
his
world
likeness.
that
That is
refuses
his
to
likeness.
face the
But
truth.
I do have to say this.
Nothing lasts forever.
Well, it's his face, but
Destroy
that's...
that.
Yeah, this looks way worse than the Kingdom Hearts 3 version of Connie Death. The same thing. Even the squid
I don't
bad guy
suppose, by
looks worse
chance,
than he does in
there's
the
a
Kingdom
second
Hearts.
one of those.
that's their art. That's the art they go with in this game. So I mean, I know what you mean though.
Mooch, this looks like those stories, right? Like the stories things.
Yes.
Bring me that horizon.
Gar.
I think
Epic
we should
original story. There it is.
I think we should hit the high seas, man.
I would play that again
on PC,
wherever. Available now with Xbox Game Pass. So yeah, so Yakuza, this is great. Story. Crap, the new Yakuza I heard is coming to Game Pass. I've been wanting to play it. Shout out to Lord Cognito. He said it's a must play.
Yeah, Yakuza's actually a really good game.
This one here, the new one, Like a Dragon, is now on Game Pass. I think as of today, right?
Because, yeah, it's funny, Mooch, because Hellhammer is texting me, right? And he goes, so far, I'm not really impressed, but that Pirates Sea of Thieves looks pretty good.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Yeah.
Listen, I would not go buy a Yakuza, so
What the? Happy birthday!
It's its own standalone game too, Crap. So since they have like 15 of them out, and I'm not going to play all 15, it's not bad to play, this one in Judgment that are standalone.
Judgment's really good.
Available today. You know what? I'm going to try that out.
What, Yakuza Like a Dragon?
Yeah, try it.
You might be a little bit ahead of me. I don't see where it said available today yet.
I said it at the very end. If I'm ahead of you, I'm only ahead of you by like 4 seconds.
I missed that too. I didn't see it.
Oh, guys, Battlefield.
Attention all squad.
Mooch, I know you're nice game.
Whenever you can, secure the sector.
Mooch, are you hyped?
For Battlefield?
Yeah.
But not far enough.
From what I'm seeing right now, no. You know what this looks like? Battlefield.
It's a great conversational wrap.
That was, it got really excitable, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Crap's been a part of many of my Battlefield rants.
Oh my God, it was great. Great conversation.
It was definitely something.
Yeah, it went on for a good hour and a half, I think.
They got the same stadium. That's the stadium.
Yeah, I just
they
saw
ripped
that.
off stadium.
Warzone.
Come on. This game, you know what this game makes me want to do? No, not buy Battlefield. Play Warzone.
Oh, look, you can fly and crash into things, Mooch.
Yeah, that's me. That was me that the Jeep just landed on.
Hey, so Hellhammer.
There it is.
Hey, Hellhammer, who's here in spirit, he goes, okay, look, Battlefield with another giant-ass map. So you can run for 20 minutes and then randomly get blown up, then run for 20 minutes and then the game's over.
Right.
Basically, yeah.
That's all it is. Oh, great. They have elevator music. 120. Capogo's but 128 players.
Updated Battlefield 4, I'm not going to lie.
It's Battlefield 4. They were like, that sold. Let's sell it again.
Oh, I don't like that. You see how the guy just launched the ATV in the helicopter?
Yes, I saw that.
With C4, that's gonna be the whole game, the entire game.
Well, I don't know, Crap. You have to be pretty damn accurate to hit that.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm just saying.
Watch it happen, man. People are gonna figure out a way.
Look at this. It's chaos. It's people like Mooch. It's great.
I love the chaos, though. It's like
wonder how many times I can get hit by a tank on that.
I do like them. Oh, great. Look, Crap. Now it's not a tank that'll hit you. Now it's a whirlwind twister.
Yeah, twister. A twister.
A twister.
Oh, I like that. See, I like the chaos of Battlefield.
Listen, it's definitely entertaining to see. I'm not going to tell you it's not.
What's the little glint in the distance a million miles away? Oh, shit, I'm dead.
Dead.
I got sniped.
Hey, what's that glint? Dead.
Yeah. Oh, shit, let's fly this helicopter. That looks easy enough. Damn thing flips over and blows up.
Yep. You actually have to have a pilot's license to actually fly in this game.
Look,
I'll be honest with you, though, Brad.
You have to be skilled.
This is Game Pass Day 1?
No.
No,
it does not say that. I haven't seen it yet.
They said, 30 games, 27 to Game Pass Day 1.
This isn't one of them. I don't think that's one of them.
No,
guys, did anyone in the chat see that? I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see it.
No Game Pass.
Okay.
October 22nd.
When is this, my birthday?
We're having a baby.
Oh, here's that
game last year.
Is this 21 minutes?
Yeah, they showed this last year. Willem Dafoe's in this.
Shut up.
Oh, the great William Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
All this time?
Yes, thank you for the correction.
I'm out of patience.
Thank you all for being here with us and enjoying the show.
And Daisy Ridley.
I know I say this a lot.
Oh, is it Daisy
I love
Ridley?
you.
I say this a lot too, but back at you.
I'm not gonna lie, Mooch. You know who looks
I'm
great?
the Green Goblin.
That's funny.
You know, I'm somewhat of a clown myself. Have you guys ever seen that meme? It always cracks me up.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Oh wow, 12 minutes, guys. Father, right?
Oh, here's the game Crap couldn't wait for.
Mind is the final frontier.
I hope we get this game today.
ready for anything.
That would be nice, Crap. That would be nice. Listen, this is one of those games where, for me, Psychonauts is like you check it out, but I don't really want to like dive into it. You know, like invest a lot of time. It's not. I don't see. It's not for me. But I'll definitely check it out.
It's a platformer. I like that platformers are kind of coming back.
Absolutely. There's an audience for this.
Speaking of platformers, Ratchet and Clank.
Oh my god!
It's been wonderful.
My god.
That means the dead
Really good.
Question: Have you guys got the rocket boots yet?
No. I couldn't game yesterday at all. So I literally, after the show, I'll get back to it tonight.
The rocket boots change a lot.
Oh, this game looks great.
It does look good.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the level design.
This is a mission about the fate of the world.
Now, Psychonauts 2 is coming out on PS5, though, is it not?
Yes. If I
It's
can
coming out on
find some
PS4.
Definitely PS4.
They're not,
PS4,
they're
I'm
not
sorry.
optimizing it on PS5.
They're not.
No.
August 25th. We got a date. Play it day one on Xbox Game Pass. Who would have thought? Oh.
What day is that?
August 25th? I don't know what day it
August
falls
25th.
on.
Moment when I say hello and welcome to the Bethesda E3 Showcase.
Pete Hines.
We
There's
love
Pete.
that we can share the stage
Pistol
with Xbox
Pete.
this
Big
year.
Pete.
And whether you've known Bethesda for 35 years or are just getting to know us, we couldn't be happier to bring you the latest on your favorite games. We started this showcase with my good friend Todd Howard, who gave you a first look at Starfield. Along with Bethesda Game Studios, all of our teams are continuing to work on the projects that have been in development since well before we joined the Xbox family. So rest assured, the games you've been expecting and hoping for are still in the works. And today, we're bringing 10 more titles to Game Pass. for a
Oh, Evil
total of
Within 2,
30
guys.
Bethesda
That's a good game if you haven't
Ooh,
played it.
That's a
That
good
includes
game.
several
Yeah.
id
That's a good
Software
one.
games, like
What
the
game?
award-winning
Evil Within
Doom
2.
Eternal. If you're looking for another reason to play it, Doom Eternal will be optimized for Xbox Series X and S on June 29th.
And more.
Powered by id Tech.
30 Bethesda games. 30 old games, you guys.
I know.
And on Series X,
Like,
we'll
all right.
offer improved
I know
visuals at
it
60
sounds good. It's a
FPS
good
with ray
argument
tracing,
for like
a 4K
console
mode,
wars and stuff,
and
but it's
an optional
no
performance
one really. I
mode
mean,
up to 120
you either played these or you didn't
FPS.
want to.
Or maybe you're in the mood for
Ludwig in the chat goes, "Where's Phil?"
Which marks its 10th anniversary.
He's being carried in on a chariot. He hasn't gotten to the stage yet.
Share your favorite Skyrim memories.
It's like
stories,
Beatlemania.
artwork,
Like,
and more
Yeah.
you gotta
on
wait with Phil,
Skyrim
otherwise the people pass out.
Explore an ever-changing post-apocalyptic world in Fallout 76. Everything you love about Fallout games.
I wish they
camp
did
building,
more with Fallout.
rich
And I don't mean more like it needs
factions,
more
unique
content. I just mean
characters, places
something
to
different
discover.
with it.
You'll find it all here.
Because it could
You
have
mean
been
like
Fallout
improve
76
the
is
yes,
now
the
one of the most
visuals
popular
and
Game
games
engine?
on Game
the game
Pass,
engine. Yeah,
thanks to an incredibly welcoming
Fallout
and
76,
collaborative
guys.
I
community. Here's a
know.
look at what's coming next.
Camp
in Fallout
building.
76.
Oh, they're still going. All right, here's Fallout 7. Let's see what they got. I'd love to go back to this too, but this is.
Brotherhood of Steel are the guardians.
I feel like I left it for too long.
Are you Paladin Mooch?
Am I Paladin Mooch? What?
Fort Atlas is safe.
You know, like the character
Yeah.
Paladin,
Payment at
whatever.
great cost.
and- Never mind.
Never
The
mind.
Brotherhood must stand united. The super mutant threat.
What's the
takes
guy
priority.
from the Brotherhood?
This proves more than
Paladin, whatever his
anything
name is. I forget.
I forget, dude. I don't know.
And
I didn't
Fallout
play a
4.
lot of Fallout. I played probably the first
Like I do
10%
in real
of that
life.
game.
Jesus.
You're splitting our forces, Shin. The most important thing is finding everyone that has gone missing.
You know,
and
Mooch, I
returning
would play
them
this. I just don't
home.
have the time, man.
That's the thing. I don't want to tell anybody in the audience I would play it because I don't.
So it
I
comes
just don't
to
have the
this.
time for this game. But it's, you know, they're doing their thing.
I thought you understood what that insignia meant.
I wish it came out like this day one.
Wait, did they give a release for Psychonauts 2? I forget.
August 25th.
Yeah, August 20. Yeah, August 25th.
August 25th.
The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia and of the world. Your righteous
Let me tell you
crusade
something.
has
Appalachia
gone
is an
too
interesting
far.
place.
While it may seem that we are fractured, I believe that we are now stronger than ever.
Mercury Machine says, God, this looks dated already. It does look, you know, older. I'm sure that they'll spruce it up a bit for Xbox Series X, but
1280p, bro.
Yeah. Get those P's while you can get them, crap.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so far I'm just being. This is just me.
Yeah.
So far, the best things to me is the Back 4 Blood and the, I hate to say it, the Sea of Thieves thing.
Yeah.
This isn't funny. I know you can hear me.
Well, what's this?
More old Bethesda games.
That's a good guess. Oh, it's Fallout.
Skyrim remastered.
Well, that one guy had a Pip-Boy on his arm.
It's Fallout Zombies.
It's Fallout. Fallout 5?
The Pit? Okay. Pittsburgh. That's what Pittsburgh looks like right now.
Fallout 76 Expeditions. The Pit.
The Pit.
Okay.
The Wasteland isn't the only open-world playground with an amazing community. The Elder Scrolls Online from ZeniMax Online Studios has now surpassed 18 million players and shows no signs of slowing down.
Tesla exclusive.
Right now, our players are enjoying the new Blackwood chapter, part of the Gates of Oblivion.
Apparently Tesla can play video games now.
We've got a lot more to come in ESO, including the conclusion to this epic story
do you have a
later
Tesla
this fall.
I do not.
ESO Deadlands. And
you should buy
with the
one,
release
just so
of
you can
ESO
stream
console
games.
enhanced
Just so I can
this
stream games
Tuesday,
while I'm driving
the game
around.
will deliver a true native experience
True.
optimized
Could be a
for the
business
Series
write-off.
X and S.
That could be a business write-off.
Right? You know, this is another game where I know there's millions of people that love it. And let's not get overexcited just because it's an Xbox property now. Like, I mean, no one I've ever met in the community is like, hey, Mooch, you know, I can't play tonight. I can't play this other game, or I can't play that new game. I got to play Elder Scrolls Online's calling me back. I got to go. Like, no one's ever said that to me. I know there's millions of people playing it.
I know somebody who plays that game, and
Who?
you know him too.
Okay.
My old buddy Grave, he plays that game all the time.
Does he really?
He's the only person I know that plays that game.
Well, there's a lot of people playing it. I don't. Well, Grave would be the only one that I know then.
Problem is with those MMOs, it's really they take a lot of time.
Yeah, you have to be extremely dedicated. Paradox77 says I'm 5 out of 10 so far. Kind of mixed. You know what? Listen, Paradox, I know where you're coming from, but I think they're going to end. It looks like they're going to end with Halo, which is.
Well, I mean, okay, so we still have an hour. We still have an hour of show.
Right, there's still a lot left.
So,
we have an hour of show?
Yeah,
it's
an hour and a half.
Nothing is off the table.
So it goes till 2:30 p.m. Eastern time.
We'll take a new breed of fighter.
Yeah, feel free.
Feel free.
Console launch exclusive.
This would be a good one, by the way, to take one right now. Whatever this is.
What the hell is this?
If you gotta go to guys' bathroom break.
I know, right?
I'll be here, but
You gotta go right now.
yeah, this one might not be a top 10 seller, regardless of the platform.
Holy shit!
Yo, Brap, I think you were right, man, about the tempering.
What is this?
Not to hold my breath.
Hold on, what was I right about?
I said tempering your expectations.
Oh yeah. Well.
Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah, I do now. You were low for a little bit there when the show went live. Not our show, but the Xbox show.
What the hell is this?
Something you won't play. Captain Crunch says Halo will be fire. I'm with you, Captain. DatGuySmitty says, so far nothing has made me want to upgrade my 1X to a Series X. Well, DatGuySmitty speaking, I can understand that. I don't know if
Well, I think Smitty should upgrade to a PC. It's just my preference.
That's a fair assessment, Brad.
So guys, this or Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah. I'm gonna go Ratchet and Clank.
Play
What
it
the
day
hell is
one.
this?
I don't know. It's
Party Animals.
Oh, it's over though. Thank God.
Oh, Hades.
Oh, Hades is coming to Game Pass.
Woo! You guys are way ahead of my ass. Damn.
It just
same.
I think
Party Animals.
I'll be honest with you. This is exciting. I'm excited for this.
Best roguelike game ever.
I am so excited. I have. We have it on PC.
I have it on PC. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing it more recently.
Stupid boy.
I've been wanting to play it on console. I wonder if it's coming.
Try and stop me.
I wonder if this is coming to Game Pass or... I don't know if it's coming to Game Pass yet. It didn't say Game Pass.
This shit would have to... I'm still looking at the trailer.
So am I.
I'm going to take my bathroom break.
I'm with you, bro. I don't give a shit about Hades.
Oh, Hades is great, crap.
I understand what you're saying.
Game Pass, August 13th.
That's big.
That's a big get.
That's a big one.
That's a big get.
That's a big get.
Yes, that's nice. Yes, Hades is
August 13th?
August 13th, Hades.
And I don't want to hear anyone complain about roguelites on the Xbox side of the camp, by the way. They complain about Returnal, Mooch.
Hey, just so you know, it's optimized. So there you go, guys. I can't see how that could be optimized, but there you go. Looking like a Super Nintendo game. I'm sorry, I'm not a big indie fan.
Well, yeah,
it's a really good game.
It is a good game.
I get you, but it's just, oh man, I don't know.
That's a big deal. Hades is huge. It's a big get.
That's a big get. That's a big get.
I got to give him credit there. I like that move.
What is this?
I wonder if it's coming out on PS5 that day too, though, Brap.
We don't know. That's the thing.
PlayStation guys will buy it on PlayStation. I can promise you, they want that title on their console. So it's a good get for Xbox fans, but it'll do very well on PlayStation.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I was joking.
It didn't say console exclusive or anything like that, did it?
It's not. It's going to come to everything.
So if it's going to PlayStation,
it's going to come to everything.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to come to PlayStation. Like,
I always tell people this, right? Like, look, don't okay, Oddworld. I never listed that as a PlayStation exclusive because you knew it was going to go everywhere. It's the same thing with like the Medium and all that, and Scorn. You know, all this shit is going to end up everywhere. These developers are small. And and basically they can only do one at a time.
Somerville, what is this?
I don't know.
Somerville. I'm really looking forward to Rainbow Billy. So.
That looks interesting.
This holiday,
yeah, you guys, Somerville.
Oh my God, it's a Bonnie Ross sighting.
Bonnie's alive.
She's alive.
Fans, thank you.
We wouldn't be here
still can't
without
tweet.
all of you.
Our goal has always been to bring players together.
Are we seeing some Halo?
For the first time, we're thrilled to offer our entire multiplayer experience to all players.
I'm just happy.
I have a job. I don't know how.
No barriers.
I'm just happy there's a Bonnie sighting.
Multiplayer will be free to play.
God.
And invite more of you than ever before.
I run 343.
I wonder if Bonnie's good at Halo.
Nobody knows that she runs 343. I don't think.
Be here with Joseph
Is she good at Halo?
The creative director of Halo.
I don't know. Maybe.
She don't play Halo.
I don't think. Maybe she does.
To leading the
fan she's got to go and just own people.
You got to try it. Don't you got to try it? It's like when you're a chef. You put your finger in the sauce and taste it, right?
To have him back.
Got to try it.
With Halo.
Thank you, Bonnie. And hey,
just
everybody.
Satan looking at her with disgust.
For us, and I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism and wonder. About fighting to keep humanity safe.
Is this
I'm Joseph Staten.
Yeah.
I've worked on such games as Recore and Crackdown 3.
This is just one part of the Zeta Halo ring.
Oh, here we go. We're
largest,
seeing it.
most wide open environment we've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore it.
That looks a lot better.
An engine and what?
Their new engine.
PC.
I know.
Oh, probably PC. Yeah, it's probably PC. Mr. Twister says my left eye is twitching. Is that normal?
The Master Chief.
Here.
In the next chapter of the Chief's story, you'll face his greatest challenge yet. But you're not alone in the fight.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here.
Mooch, I'm confused.
What's wrong?
So why are they showing in-engine stuff instead of actual gameplay?
It's enough.
I don't know.
If this game's supposed to launch in a...
Well, remember the rumor we heard? They're not going to show any game campaign. We're going to see multiplayer. We will see multiplayer. But your cause for concern is valid. But
there's not much time.
I like what they're showing so far, even though it's in-game engine versus what we saw last year.
I kind of think Halo needs to take a darker tone.
Well, that's what this is showing me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's why I'm saying that, because of this, Mooch. Like, I'm with you, man.
I like it.
I like what I'm seeing. It's a little bit darker per se.
But Halo's a first-person shooter, and we're seeing third-person.
Where is Cortana?
This is true.
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been
Delete.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
That new AI is not as revealing as Cortana.
I was just about to mention that, and well, I don't want to say what he told me yesterday, but he said expect something like that. He bet me some money on it too.
Of course.
And I didn't take the bet, by the way, but let's just say those cosplays are going to be slightly not as fun when you see people dressed as the new AI.
I'm very happy to announce
he's going right to
Halo
multiplayer.
Infinite's first free-to-play multiplayer season and Infinite's story-driven campaign will launch together this holiday.
Yeah, multiplayer right here.
They didn't give a date.
No.
They said holiday.
Built to fight.
Yeah.
Together, we are unstoppable.
I've heard the campaign's gonna be about 8 hours.
This game's gonna come in hot. They're showing some gameplay, multiplayer. I mean, it's Halo.
Yeah.
I'm not. Are you blown away?
No.
No scope.
It looks a little like, what's that? Like Borderlandsy, doesn't it? What's that? What are they?
Running riot.
Do you guys see that in the animations for the caricatures? I mean, it's not quite. It's not Borderlands, but I see a little bit of that in the animation.
Let's do some damage.
What do they call it? Cell shaded? I don't know. Whatever. It's got a smash of it. A dash. Just a dash.
So Hades is coming to PlayStation as well on August 13th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna play that on both, but I want to get that for PlayStation as well. I want to have that game on PlayStation, but I'll be playing it on Game Pass as well. I love that game.
Yeah, I'm not blown away by the multiplayer. But
No, it's Halo multiplayer. You know, I mean, guys,
me problem.
It's a me problem too. I needed a battle royale. I want some battle royale.
Flag is ours.
Yeah, it's.
Thing is, this isn't even real multiplayer. This is like CGI multiplayer.
CGI, but yeah. This is not the game. No, it's not the
I don't
game.
understand it.
Yeah, they're still not showing the game, or maybe they will.
That's part of it.
Maybe that's it. Is this the game? No. I don't know.
No,
Now, show me
I'm
what
confused.
you can do.
They're showing some scenes of real multiplayer, but then it's cut and then it's cutscene.
Like that, I guess, was the scene.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, here we go. The multiplayer is free to play then. So
Holiday. They're still not putting a date. Man, I don't know, man. No date? I don't know. Maybe you guys could say, Mooch, you're making too much of it. I think it's probably gonna make That's gonna come in hot. Means they're gonna be like, I think we're done. Launch it.
You see the multiplayer. You see the multiplayer is free to play though.
Yeah, we knew that.
We knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, they announced that last year.
Oh, that's right, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Oh, Omen. Maybe Omen? I don't know, I'm guessing. Oh, Omen's gonna play. What game is this? This looks like a Diablo style game. That's pretty cool. I can get down with that. I love Diablo.
Diablo's a lot of fun.
Up to 4K. Oh, wait. This is something that's already out. Because it says it's been updated. You know, Crap, I know it's not your bag, but if this type of game comes to like a Game Pass, I'd play it. Would I play it to its infinite realms? Probably not.
But like these type of games like this really just scream PC to me. I don't know.
You know, Crap, you can 8-player co-op, have a lot of fun with friends. This could be fun, man.
Yeah. Hey, Mooch, the thing is, like you, if there was no Game Pass, you probably would have never played this game. You wouldn't buy it.
No, I would not.
And that's
the whole premise behind Game Pass.
That's the whole premise. Exactly.
I agree with that. Like these type of games are really good for Game Pass.
But can I say something, Brap, to counter that? Once my Game Pass expires, would this type of game get me to resubscribe? No.
Probably not.
That's the question I keep asking people. Shout out to
Diablo 2.
BK Bed. Oh, Diablo 2, cool, very cool. I would say it looks like Diablo.
I'll play that.
BK Beds, he says, Mooch, they showed Starfield, they showed Halo. What the hell do they have to end with? That's a good question.
Megaton.
Mega. Sorry.
Diablo 2, you guys, yeah.
Diablo 2. Hey, listen, you know, why not?
Where do they come from?
Asobo.
Oh, Asobo. Oh, this is the sequel to what's it called?
Oh, with the rats.
Yes. Plague's Tale.
A Plague's Tale.
I never got lost in that game early on and couldn't figure out what to do.
I played like I played like 3 hours of it, and then I was like, I'm tired of the rats.
What's the point of that game? I don't understand what you got to do.
It's a puzzle game.
Puzzle game, and there's a pretty cool story arc behind it.
Yeah, the story is decent.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story.
It is. I'd have to start over again. I don't remember.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
It's going to be more of the same, though, Brap. So don't. I mean, it's basically just going to be like, you know, Plague's Tale again, which is not a bad thing.
I can't wait.
You beat the first one, Brap?
Yeah, I beat it. Yeah,
did you?
It's a really good game.
Did you play it on PC or Xbox?
I played it on PC. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
a lot of people really liked it. I thought it looked good.
It did look good.
I couldn't figure out what the hell to do.
Nice.
Requiem? Am I saying that right?
Requiem, yeah, 2022. All right,
okay.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's going to be on everything.
It's on Game Pass.
Right. Well, they have that like deal with Asobo.
They do, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, it's going to be Game Pass PC, though, too. That's the thing. Like, you know,
well,
Game Pass PC kind of gets...
Following footage has been captured at 4K
sometimes.
60 on Xbox Series X. Oh, Far Cry.
Game Pass.
All right, Crap, take the helm. I'll be right back.
Game Pass.
You got it.
This is going to be on Game Pass.
Let me ask you a question.
Game Pass.
When I am dead and Yara is burning, what exactly is your plan? Hold hands, sing songs around the fire?
Hola.
I know just the
It's me, Dark Gideon.
It's me, Dark.
Time you learn about resolver, Danny.
Hola. Me llamo Dark Gideon.
It's me, Dark. I am the Dark Saber. If you wish to see Baby Yoda again, meet me.
You called me.
Keep talking.
A stealth operation? I got you covered.
I just don't like. I mean, I kind of like Far Cry 3 back in. I think that was a Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
But the newer ones just like have so much shit to do. You know?
Taking out a high-value target? I have just what you need. You wanna blow shit up? Juan Cortez at your service.
I hope you guys are as excited for Far Cry as I am.
Hey, I'm actually pretty excited for it.
I don't like Far Cry, but you know.
You don't think you'll play this one, Crap?
Nah.
I bought it on because there was that Amazon thing that went haywire last year. I got the gold edition for $59, and it's coming on PlayStation. I got it on PS5 because that was the deal.
You know what? Like, remember, like somebody gifted me Far Cry 5, I think. And I played it, and then I like after the opening thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, pick wherever you want to go, and I hate that type of shit.
Yeah.
Just tell me where I gotta go, what I gotta do.
Well, this is gonna be this will be a little bit of that, but I think it'll be a little bit more structured because they had 3 or 4 enemies in the last one. I think this one here they're focusing on Giancarlo,
Well, see, I was telling him I liked Far Cry 3 on 360 back in the day.
Yeah.
But it was like, then they got really like, you had to be really stealthy in some of them or whatever and climb the fucking towers or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's in all the Far Cries. You're still going to have towers, I bet. It reveals new parts of the map.
Yeah.
Here comes another. Here comes another. Not sure anyone's going to care, but.
We got 40 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. 40 minutes left.
Well, this is typically the time crap that we see a lot of the, you know, the I'm going to say cartoony-ish type of games that are, you know, we're probably going to see the gunk.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm still holding true to the fact that my favorite things that I've seen so far is Sea of Thieves still and Back 4 Blood going to Game Pass.
Okay.
Halo didn't move the needle for you at all?
Halo I am worried. Very worried about Halo.
Worry. I thought we were going to get more than that. I think even Brapple ride with that one.
Oh, is this a Switch game?
I thought we were going to get more, yeah.
This is a Switch game.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, this is not. Shout out to the great Xbox 448, but I can't wait. He's going to tell me he likes this, I bet.
Oh, he's going to give this.
Slime Rancher.
Love this.
He's going to love this.
He's going to give this show an 11 out of 10.
Is this Slime Rancher?
It is Slime Rancher 3D.
Oh my god.
On day one, Xbox Game Pass.
Day one.
Console launch exclusive.
Slime Rancher 2.
Android launch exclusive.
Welcome back to Shred-again. Here's a
6-month Android exclusive.
These games, I know you guys all loved that. What was it called? SSX back in the day?
SSX, I love SSX Tricky.
I never liked it.
SSX Tricky. Tricky was really good.
Listen, long day of work, gonna come home and pull an ollie and a 360 in the air. Nah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, a little big twist. Come on,
Come on.
a little 900.
Hey, not gonna lie, this doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't look that bad. It just doesn't.
That's
look...
high praise from Nova.
Nova.
It doesn't look bad, guys.
Dominic Thorborough says, as Mooch says, it's filler for Game Pass. And he was talking about Slime Rancher there, but
Okay,
Worrywart. We got Worrywart. Worrywart's joining us.
Okay, good.
Worry, welcome to the show, buddy.
Yo, Worry.
Pull the nose down. We need a Phil Spencer sighting, ladies and gentlemen.
That would be a closer. Worry, are you concerned of what you saw at Halo?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
No, you're
Listen,
Crystal.
I want to talk to Crap for 1 second. Crap.
Yeah.
I have come here to imitate Cortana on this space station, and everyone is blind because I'm built like a 13-year-old girl. I told you. Did I tell you?
You did tell me yesterday that Cortana would...
Woke AI constructs.
Yeah, you can't have a sexy AI in 2021. That's against the rules.
For me, it's Starfield and Psychonauts 2 so far.
Yes.
It's an okay... It's probably the best show that they've done in a long, long time.
I agree.
But it doesn't blow me away. It's not something I would run out and buy an Xbox Series X for.
No.
Or an S.
Or S?
Well, definitely not. He has an S. He wouldn't buy another one of those.
How about a PC? Built PC?
I would never play on PC. It's not even a gaming console. It's not even a platform for gaming.
What the hell is this?
This is the filler crap. Remember, we saw, like we'll shout out the best BK in the chat. He said, "Mooch, what are they gonna end with?" And they already did Starfield. They already did Halo. Now they're gonna. I think they're gonna have one thing. If they end with nothing else,
Megaton.
I don't know, man.
Seriously, what the hell is this though?
They're gonna end with Perfect Dark.
Yes, that would make me happy.
I hope they end with something because we haven't seen anything from. What about Forza? They could end with Forza.
They could end with Forza.
New Forza Horizon.
Yes.
What do you
yes.
think about the Halo campaign? Do you think it's going to be? It looks like it's sort of just like a tacked on angry Halo campaign.
Where
it's
are
going to be epic.
Where you caught it on? We talked about on Crossfire. It's 8.
Yeah.
They're saying an 8-hour campaign possibly.
Not only that, Worry, but they're still showing in-engine. This game's supposed to launch this holiday, and we haven't seen actual gameplay for it.
We may see it later on, maybe. I don't know.
Atomic Heart, whatever that is. We can play it day one, though.
Yeah.
That actually didn't look too interesting.
It doesn't look terrible, according to
Nova. That one's not terrible.
I want Splinter Cell.
Lencio Lopez Gomez says show ends with a shirtless Phil.
Oh my God, I'm all over it. You know what I really hope it ends with? I hope it ends with the actual insides of the Xbox Series X, so I can just see the chipboard. That's all I need. I don't need games.
That's all you need.
The chipboard.
Show me the airflow.
That's it.
Make sure you make avatar on Twitter as well.
Worry, and then at the end of big letters, 12 teraflops of power.
Right.
More
I'm working
power.
on shirts that say PlayStation 5 is full RDNA 2.
I'll buy one.
I'll buy one.
I'll buy one.
It doesn't eat monsters for breakfast.
Do you think this is a good show? I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is
I
going to
think
sell
you-
Xbox?
I think you nailed it.
Here's the thing. I think that it is the best Xbox E3 in years.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think that's not saying much.
It's not.
Well, I mean, crap, the bar's been kind of low. I mean, I hate to say it, like, it's just been low.
Okay, listen, like I expected like this one
This
because
has been a pretty good show.
yeah, like I think that it's been the best. This is the best one in years.
Yeah.
But again, that's not really saying much because they've all been so low. So we got these announcements last year, and we don't have any idea when these games are they really that far away. Like if we don't start getting.
Well, we're not
it looks
seeing
like
anything.
2022 is the year you're going to have to wait for.
Yeah, it looks like
So wait
2022
for
is the
E3
year of the
2022.
Well, wait a minute. No, 2022 till we see them. That doesn't mean they're going to be ready. Here's Grounded.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh crap! Here's your not crap. Mooch, here's your game.
Yeah.
Grounded.
I know you're
is
Yeah.
terrible. That's a
I
terrible-
can't. This is not fun at all.
Worry, you want to
Grounded.
co-op with Grounded later?
No, I don't. I don't.
You know,
at all.
if that Sea of Thieves shit would have dropped today,
No,
I would have been
I
hopping
don't.
on that.
Worry's like, I know.
Worry, did you
What
get your
if
hands
those-
on a PS5 yet, Worry?
No, I didn't. It's terrible.
That bothers me that you don't have
It's
one.
ridiculous.
It
It's
really. I'm
absolutely
dead serious. I'll strike the PS5 on sometimes, and I'm like, man, how does Worry not have one of these yet?
If anybody knows where to get one, let me know. I'm not
Worry,
spending
if-
your
Oh, speak the great
Worry,
Nova.
if I-
Nova knows
Worry-
people. So does
Worry,
Brad.
if I find one, I'll get you one.
Yeah, same here, Worry. I'm gonna make that a kind of an effort of mine in the
Hey,
upcoming week.
what if Phil Spencer comes out on stage with Gordon Ramsay and they announce Kitchen Nightmares?
Hey, I'm there. See, this is what I was like, didn't want to see. I
Well,
just gotta be
crap.
honest, like.
You have to see indies now.
You have to.
But this
Have
is
to.
Grounded.
Sony
though.
does it
This is already
too.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather. I'll tell you what. You know what's funny? I am actually excited for the single player Sea of Thieves.
You should probably turn
Yeah,
on
I thought that was pretty cool.
It's my favorite thing so far, besides Back for Blood and Game Pass.
Can I play that by myself?
You probably could, but I
Hey,
think
Worry.
it'd be probably funner with other people.
Yeah, Worry, why don't you join us on the 7 seas on a maiden voyage?
Yeah, you know, a Sea of Thieves run isn't always bad. That could be fun.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
we should do that. Totally do it. Just do
Hey,
it.
me and Mooch have done that before, man. Where we've had some fun with that.
It is.
We haven't
It's a good
played in
time.
a while, but I mean, it does look interesting that they
I'm
have.
down,
the-
guys. Let me know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Among Us. You know, this game had its 15 minutes. I know people still play it, but man, I've never said this,
I hope
but
they end with.
Go ahead, Worry.
I was going to say, I hope that they end the show with Flight Simulator.
Please, God, no.
Oh God, no, Worry.
Guys, by the way, hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you guys are enjoying it. We do so many great things on the show and the channel. Really appreciate everybody staying with us here. What a great crowd. Outstanding crowd today.
Nice. Yeah, hit that like button. Slap it. Let us know.
Please.
What you guys think so far?
Write some questions, you know. Put Mooch in the questions so I can see that you guys are writing to me, and I'll read them out.
You know, maybe they're just doing this, and then it's about to be 2:00, and then they'll have Phil come on, and he'll rip his shirt off and be like, "Woo, yeah, let's get to the real stuff." Right?
Push-up
Crap,
competition.
Crap, this is like foreplay right now. This is what we're seeing.
Yeah, this is like I'm hoping that we
Foreplay.
get some the real stuff.
They're warming up the oven right now.
Rabbit and Bear Studios.
Thank you, Junior Shadows. Appreciate that. Guys, do consider please becoming a Mooch Maniac family member too. Hit that join button. Join us. I have great gifts I'm sending out to all the VIP Mooch Maniacs too. They're being made as we speak. I will be showing them very, very soon. So if you're a VIP Mooch Maniac, you will be getting a gift from the Mooch.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'll be mooching from the Mooch.
Are these the RDNA t-shirts? What are we talking
They
about?
won't be t-shirts. I think they're better than t-shirts. They're being made though.
Okay, I want one of those RDNA 2 t-shirts. That's what I want.
Mizzle T. Shizzle says, Mooch, how do you take your coffee? I like sugar and cream. Not over on the sugar. Just maybe a teaspoon of sugar, maybe a little less.
Yes.
JWE says, Mooch, why doesn't Microsoft ever go for the kill? I don't get it. JWE, they're not ready to show those yet. Those games are just too far out. We all know this. I think that's the only answer I can give you. Shout out to Zombilla.
I think like, they did it weird then, because then they showed shit last year that looks like it's literally 4 years out, 4 to 5 years out, and the shit they're showing this year is the stuff that's coming soon.
Yeah.
But the stuff that's coming soon doesn't look that great. I don't even know how to fucking
I don't think in 20...
Yodin Chronicles.
Yeah.
I thought Psychonauts 2 looked really good.
It did.
I thought so too.
But that's on PS5
I'm excited for that
as well.
Oh, it is on PS5.
Yeah, it's on PS5.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, here's what's it called?
Why?
Because deals were in place prior.
What's the name of this game?
It was a crowdfunded game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. What is this?
So they.
Oh, is this
what's it called?
Oh, it's coming out soon.
Why can't I remember it?
Donnell Brown, thank you for upgrading to the Mooch Maniac.
Wow.
Major Mooch Maniac. Salute you, brother. Thank you.
What is this?
Sorry, the Ascent.
The Ascent. It's coming out
July
soon.
29th.
Yeah.
The Ascent.
I mean, I'll play that, but
gonna be
again,
fun.
like Worry just said, this isn't a run to go get an Xbox for it.
You know what I was excited for, but now I have no intentions of playing or buying?
What?
Stalker 2.
Really? That turned you
don't
off?
you don't want to sit around a campfire?
It was a horrible trailer, and it just looked like it reminded me of
Metro.
Metro 2044.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's what I said.
Hopefully, Scorn is better.
Is
It
Scorn
won't
the
be.
one that looks like alien porn?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that it won't be.
With
I'll
the-
tell you right
with
now,
the-
Scorn
with the nipple or
Scorn is
whatever?
going to be like an action-packed medium.
I want to know where Brat found alien porn.
Oh, that's the Brap.
I don't know. Just I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's his answer to the judge. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Your
got no
Honor.
answer for you, Worry.
I don't know how it showed up in my history.
I don't know.
I don't know how it got
Dear
there.
Nova, I don't know how that showed up in my history. Luis89, I don't know why it's not showing up for you. The join button is next to the, it's right above the description. I would love to have you in the family, my friend. Great to have you in the chat anyways. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm definitely not interested in this game.
No, this doesn't interest me at all.
No.
Come on, you guys. You don't want like these mobile type
Crap.
games? Let's go.
Crap, Neil Augusto says, Mooch, this is advertising for the Fire Stick with Game Pass. So maybe these are the games that you're going to be able to play on your Xbox Fire Stick coming soon. Maybe.
Oh, this is Age of Empires.
Yeah, this is
Is
not
it
my
Age of
jam.
Empires?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
Age
that's
of
not my
Empires.
jam. Nah.
Hey, Crap, is it too early
I loved
to
it
ask for a wait till next E3 shirt?
Well, we still got half hour.
Yeah, you
I
got
tell you what,
28 minutes.
I think the most exciting part of the show is Worry joining the stream.
It has been great. It is
Yeah,
great.
that's terrible. Oh, man,
That's
a great show,
terrible.
then.
We begin by hearing an old
Well, what do we got here?
Ooh, what is this?
I'm just not into streaming.
Oh, this
at
is
all.
this
Fable?
is Avatar.
Oh, it's Avatar?
It looks like.
This will make our
Didn't we
games
see that
seem
yesterday on the
Yeah.
Ubisoft thing?
Avatar.
First person, yeah, first person.
Avatar.
Apparently, I got a lot of heat because I said
Will this
Avatar was a
creature
thing
be
like 10, 12 years ago, right?
Well, it
And people were
was.
like-
Say goodbye.
Yeah,
It
people were
was.
like, they're coming out with new movies, and I'm like,
When?
wasn't that like that was like a real big thing with 3D, right? That started the 3D fad.
Yeah, the
Like-
first film.
Yeah, can you even do that in 3D anymore? I don't like. Is there 3D movies anymore?
Not know. But crap, the other thing is James Cameron keeps pushing back the sequel.
Wait a minute, this isn't Avatar, is
That's
it?
because he's in
No,
love with
Our
Titanic.
sound can mean
Oh,
only
what the hell is this?
I don't know what this is.
We must gaze over an epic shot of a world.
I can't even see.
And there should be
Sergeant Salty Nuts, the join button is right. It's near the description. It says join. I don't know. Brap, where's the join button for you if you're visiting my channel? Where is it located?
First of
Oh,
all.
you have to be signed in? All right, Sergeant Salty Nuts says Crap says you have to be signed in. So I don't know if you're signed in or not. I don't know.
In fact, the only thing they
You have to have...
Sergeant what?
is the title.
Oh, this is The Outer Worlds. Is it DLC or another one? Oh, two. Yeah, that's a snooze fest for me. I don't... Nice CGI, but
Fallout in space.
yeah. I didn't care for the first one at all. I just didn't.
I tried to get into it. I just couldn't get into it.
What's that? Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds. Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
I thought the writing
I
was
liked
just
it, but I
so
never
slow and
finished it.
boring.
I didn't even bother downloading that shit.
Yeah.
Crap's
Yeah,
like, no,
flight,
thank you.
flight simulator.
Oh, here it is.
There it is.
Here it is. Oh, look,
Flight
look
Simulator,
at that.
guys.
Don't you want to drive that, Worry?
Oh, you mean fly it?
Yes, fly it.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. One plane and then geography.
Worry, I'll ride shotgun with you.
Okay. I actually listened to a show recently, and they said that was going to blow away Ratchet and Clank.
What would?
Sorry, what? What would?
Flight Simulator. It's
Oh,
going to sell
stop.
more, and yeah, I'm telling you. I'm not going to say who, but
Yeah, no, son. Yeah, you don't have to say who.
What are we
I
doing
won't.
here, people?
Hey,
Really?
What are we doing here?
If I have insomnia,
what you do?
I will boot this shit up.
What
What
you
you have
do?
insomnia. By the
Hey,
way.
Crap, you know what's funny? My
What?
wife calls you game crapper.
Yeah.
For some reason, she gets it backwards, and she counts how many times you yawn in the videos.
Oh shit! You can hear that yawn sometimes. God
Oh
damn.
my god, there's like 7 or 8.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
on this medication that it makes me like tired all the time.
Crap,
but I
you can
can't
also,
sleep.
in your videos now, you can hear your fan on, too.
Oh, you can? Shit,
Yeah.
damn, man. I'll have to
No,
mess
that's
with
part
that.
of the charm, man. Leave it. Leave
Is
it alone.
it? I always tell
Leave
people,
it.
man,
It's charm.
gamer reviews. What do you expect?
I
Come on.
love it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I do.
I can't help it, man. I'm talking and you start yawning, you know?
You know when you say yawn, you'll yawn. It's not just seeing a yawn. If you say yawn, you'll yawn.
I cut out some of the
all of a
yawns.
sudden, he's full of yawns.
Yeah, he did yawn. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but
What do you got?
what is this? Top Gun.
Oh.
God.
Well, we were told Top Gun. This is a multiplat, though.
Landing on, July 27th.
Isn't it a multiplat?
Flight Simulator.
Flight Simulator, Top Gun.
Oh, is it?
Now, worry, this is going to sell more than Ratchet and Clank.
Flight Simulator, Top Gun. Is Tom
Did they
Cruise in
say
it?
that they were going to have 30 games? Because by my count, we're kind of close to that. One,
What
two,
could they possibly
three,
end the show with?
4, 5. Forza.
Game Pass on
6.
PlayStation.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
I appreciate you writing them all down, Crap, because I'm not. I'm doing other things, so I appreciate you writing everything down.
25, 26,
Mooch,
27.
I started to, but then there was too much filler.
Well, once Crap said he's
that
going
was
to cover it.
Flight Sim was 27.
3 more.
Yeah, it's 207, so this is probably Forza, right? Or
Yep, definitely Forza.
Yep.
because they're showing like great looking graphics.
Well, no,
and-
they just showed a car. Yeah.
Which Forza?
Not look good.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're seeing some like in-engine stuff. So
Yeah, it's an engine.
yeah, I mean,
This
it looks
is
like
probably.
they got some.
You think it's going to come this holiday? That would be something.
I think it's gonna come this year. Yeah.
Like I like Horizon, but again, it's not something I can't wait to come home and play. I don't know.
Oh, it looks like a big old dust storm. That's pretty cool.
What's Horizon 5? Here we go. November 9th.
All right.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah, this year.
Oh, that's
Available
nice.
November 9th. Okay. But you know what? By them doing a showing like that, it's just telling me it's going to be more of like it's going to be 4 in Mexico.
A release date for that, but not Halo.
Creative director at
Oh, here we go.
Playground Games.
Playground
And I
Games
can't
talking.
wait to show you what we've been working on. Horizon is known for fun, freedom, and beauty. This year, the Horizon Festival arrives in beautiful, diverse
The festival.
Mexico.
There you go.
This is the largest
Is it a
and
festival?
most diverse
It's a
open
festival.
world ever in a Forza Horizon game. And there is no better car to
How many
keep you straight
festivals?
than the stunning AMG Project
It's
One
always
Forza
another
Edition.
festival, guy.
Rendered in unparalleled
Mooch, just
detail
go and
with
find
ray
the
tracing
85
and
hidden
Forza Vista.
locations where you can get
Power
a.
of the
Stop
Xbox Series
it!
I've invited along some of the team to help give you a taste of some of the amazing content that's waiting for you in Forza Horizon 5.
Hey, look, there's Brap driving
Please
by me.
welcome
Oh, it's
Bill,
not Brap,
Maddie,
it's Brap's
Sierra, and John
ghost.
from the Forza
Oh.
Hey, Mike.
Okay.
Hey, guys, what's
All
up?
right.
Hey, everyone. Hey, what's up, Mike?
And we also have Abraham with us as well. He's one of the talented actors who will be appearing in the game.
Bienvenidos a Mexico. I can't wait to show you what
Bill,
we've been
Maddie,
working on.
Sierra,
We
and
begin
Don.
in the rainforest
Let's go.
on Expedition. This is a new campaign mode in which
Oh, they're showing the game. They're showing gameplay.
That's Abraham. Nice. I was hoping Abraham would make an appearance.
And discover
The game looks
places
good.
for the festival to expand.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks great. It does.
So you got Psychonauts in August and Forza Horizon in November, right?
Yeah, and Halo didn't get a date. Halo got holiday again.
December, yeah.
Didn't say December.
I can see some ruins
Oh,
up
holiday.
ahead.
Hey, can we just do a quick shout out
No.
to Where would Xbox be without Playground Games? I'm just saying.
It's like they're in Zombilla, right?
Yeah, it is like
think about no Horizon games on Xbox One. How bad that would be. And now, thank God that they're the first exclusive
what some of our other players are up
for
to.
Xbox Series X.
The Xbox Series
Well, I guess this is cross-gen, but still, the first new game is by them, and that'll mean that by the time it's all said and done,
looks real.
Because Gears 5 was September 6, 2019. Over 2 years between AAA exclusives. Thank God for them, man.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, this game is absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks to the next generation of our Horizon.
It's a new engine, and it's not cross-gen, right? Is that what I heard? It's not cross-gen?
I don't know. I think it is cross-gen.
Yeah, this is nice.
Let's leave Maddie for a moment and head out to the
it looks
coast.
good.
It does. Listen, I'm playing this game. I mean, again, am I going to put 150 hours into it? Nah. But I'll play it for like, I usually do 10 to 20 hours. It's fun.
Authentic and filled with
Mooch, I'll join you once I slap in my 3090.
Oh.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, when you find a 3090, can you buy two, please? I will pay you for it.
Artist Farid Rueda. Just one of the many beautiful.
He's like, yeah, I'll spot you
pieces of
1500.
Mexico
Thanks.
You'll find all over Forza
Come on, Novo.
Horizon 5.
Credit card. No, I got you, Mooch. Don't worry.
You've known me for a whole year of your life.
While Don drives down to the beach, we'll jump over to the Gran Caldera volcano. Check out this geology detail, implemented with precision.
I gotta be honest with you, the only thing I love what they're showing with the game, but this presentation is just kind of like, listen, we need you to take up about 10 minutes. And they were like,
what I don't
okay.
understand is, okay, so Forza Horizon 4 came out in 2018. And they're coming out with this one in 2021. But Forza Motorsport 7 came out in 2017. And that game's still early in development. I guess I don't understand.
In every direction. In the distance,
not to be a pixel peeper here.
Why do they keep showing like cars flying in from like mountaintops? Like, are there shortcuts we're unaware of, or
you do see some pop in?
It's a colorful, undulating city full of
vibrant let's not be negative here.
Yeah, take it easy, Nova. Can't do that.
Positivity.
That's right.
Overlapping streets. I mean, as well as looking good, it plays great
yeah,
too.
this is.
As we see here,
I'm not interested in this part of the show.
No.
Open world battle royale.
Like this
slow
is.
things down a bit.
You could see that this is deliberate filler. They're like, and now Jimmy will talk about different locations that we shot in Mexico. It's like,
and murals.
Yeah.
Known for its uplifting
Look,
beauty.
there's the drug cartel.
And using our unique
on the left.
HDR camera rig, we captured 24-hour shoots.
Look
of
at the
real
stream.
Mexican skies at 12K resolution.
Very soothing.
And thanks to the Xbox Series
I mean, that's actually pretty impressive.
Brian Carter says, how you rate the show? Brian, we're doing a post show right after this. We're all of us staying right here, and we're gonna do reviews, and we're gonna also do our score. Shout out to MexJ88. Shout out to Pope Art. You know, look at Pope Art, guys. He says this makes sense. Looks impressive. He goes, but they always do. That's what we're saying, Pope.
That intelligently tracks the status
Completely
of
agree with you.
And the people you meet online, and then helps you link.
Jet Life says, when's the Nintendo Direct again?
We'll now
no, when is the Nintendo Direct?
I don't
Let's
know.
go. Bill and the rest of our players.
Yeah, this is eating up some time, Brap.
Lighting system, filling the scene with God rays as the sun.
Oh, we lost Worry.
Through the dense rain.
He probably lost him to a.
Arcade minigame is about to start.
Probably went out to pre-order Forza Horizon. I'm joking.
He'll be back.
He said he could. Yeah, see if he'll be back.
But I'll say this: like Forza Horizon 5 looks really good. Though. Like this was really.
This is the 28th game. They said they have 30 games.
Yeah, this is really good. Looks really good.
It does look good, but as the Pope said, they always look good. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah, no, they do. But
I'm not trying to, you know.
Like some of the, it's almost like photorealistic. Like when they show the environments that they took pictures of, and then they showed you how they incorporated those pictures into that to the game. It looks very, very photorealistic.
There's something between the houses.
Why are their cars going like all types of different ways?
While the team
You're seeing a freaking Bronco race AMG Mercedes.
Because I have one more thing to show you.
I mean, look, they're still going to show probably 2 more games, but are you guys surprised? Like, no Hellblade, no Avowed, no State of Decay.
Didn't Jeff Grubb say that? He said they're not going to show it. He said that.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought, you would hope that maybe he was going to maybe downplay it so people could be surprised.
Well, that's what we said. We said maybe they're downplaying it on purpose so that but apparently they weren't.
Yeah.
Well, then again, there is 15 minutes left. if they're going to show Hellblade and it's not ready, they're only going to show it for 2 minutes, crap. So you might still see it.
Hey, Mooch,
when's
the last time they showed
an
Hellblade?
astounding showcase for the
Been like
Xbox.
2 years.
They showed us
Yeah,
2019. They showed a CGI of her yelling.
Thank you so much. I'll see you all in
Jimmy
Mexico
Harrison
later
says it
this
looks
year.
good, but I really wish they went to Tokyo. A lot of people have been asking for that, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, there he is, Mooch.
Who is it?
Phil.
Phil's here? Crap, Phil's here!
Team Xbox is on a mission
Phil, sign
to
my
bring
shirt.
enjoying community
Phil.
of gaming to everyone on the planet. That's why you, the gamer, are
I don't think they're
in
keeping things back for
everything we do.
Gamescom. I don't think so, Pope. This is their big show.
We showed you 30 games.
Look at this.
27 of them will be available on Xbox Game Pass.
Super mug.
Now, through the end of the year,
Everyone
you can
on the
look forward
planet.
to back-to-back monthly releases landing day one on Game Pass, led by 5 new titles.
Oh, they
from
already
Xbox
showed 30
Game
games.
Studios, as well as highly anticipated games like Back 4 Blood, 12 Minutes, and The Ascent.
They showed 12 seconds.
And as
12
we
minutes.
look ahead to next year, I'm inspired by the creativity of Bethesda and Xbox Game Studios.
By the way,
We
Starfield
showed
reminded me
you
of
the
Returnal.
highly
by the way.
anticipated
At least the main
RPG
protagonist.
Starfield,
Yeah.
coming
He's
exclusively.
going to do this
You guys
spiel,
talk-
and then
I hope
they're
you
going to
guys
have
thought that.
something
We
to
also
show. I
have
wonder if
some
they're
of
going to
the
show
industry's best RPG
the initiative.
storytellers working on Avowed, Fable, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, The Outer Worlds 2, and Elder Scrolls
Maybe they will
6.
show Hellblade too.
We
Outer Worlds
unveiled
2
the
did look pretty
stunning multiplayer mode for the world's most beloved shooter in Halo Infinite, adding to the roster of iconic Xbox shooters alongside Wolfenstein, Gears of War, Perfect Dark, and Doom.
No, they
We
just said Perfect
premiere
Dark.
the
That
most
means
epic
they're not going to show it
open-world
if they just
racing
said
game
that.
for it.
We'll see one more thing. We'll see one more thing.
Our growing family of 23 studios is devoted to advancing the medium we all love.
I was an Xbox Live
has been
beta
here
tester,
for
Phil.
20 years,
Mhm.
and that's because of you. Our team
Capone says,
strives to
Mooch, at
make
least this is
Xbox
better than the
a
last one they
place
showed.
where
Oh,
you'll
I guess you
find
can go there,
the greatest
Capone.
games,
Yeah, it was better
the
than
most
last.
dedicated developers.
He's got to
and
have
the
one
most
more thing, crap. There's still 10
passionate
minutes left.
Yeah, they got one more
Together,
thing.
we all make Xbox the best place
Megaton.
to play.
Maybe it'll be a new console.
Before I go, there's one more thing.
You said it.
Take a
You
look.
said it.
Xbox Series
Brand new
XX.
Original
There it is.
game from the Arcane team at Bethesda.
Here we go. Arcane
New game
Austin.
from
The
Arcane.
studio that created Prey and
Is
Dishonored.
this Omen? Are they making it?
Arcane created something new for them.
One more thing.
An open world immersive shooter that you can play alone or with your friends. And like Starfield, this game
Ooh,
will
I'm
be
looking forward to
an
this.
Xbox exclusive.
Come on, Arcane.
This is better still the show. Some WandaVision.
I like this song, but Guardians of the Galaxy owns it.
Hey, Dev, anything interesting?
Jack Gamer's not happy with the showing so far.
Centimeters, dramatically elongated. Go on, make yourself useful.
So, that was fun, right?
That's your cue, mate.
Sleep tight.
You know what this reminds me of? My time in the Himalayas.
Betty's later, Dev.
You think they can't kill you anytime they want?
Hey, asshole!
Omen.
Omen, yeah. But
How do we always get into this
Hey, look, he's a vampire.
In the field in Redfall, Massachusetts.
so this is all like, you know, CGI kind of cutscene stuff. So I like the premise. I like the time frame of it. But he said you could play alone or with friends. So I'm gonna, this is gonna be like a not Left 4 Dead, but like, you know, like that. Looks like 4-person or one person, you can kind of run through it.
Get me on the roof now.
Thank you, Layla. You're the best. Oh, Jacob, don't even mention it.
Does sort of look like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, like that kind of game style.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Where each of you has some kind of thing that you bring to the table.
Everybody has something they can bring, yeah.
Yeah.
So they say you could play alone, but you really need people with this. I think.
One more thing.
Oh.
Ow! Jacob, there's something. Oh, shit. Dev's gonna love this one. You better have a plan, Jacob.
Yep. Don't miss.
Don't touch me!
Look! A new one!
Vivo, Benelli, go, go!
Yeah, that's what this game is going to have, that like Left 4 Dead style, like 4 people. Each of them has a special, unique power. But that's cool. I'm down for that.
Now, like, I'm just wondering when this is going to come out, or.
Oh, this is a ways out, crap.
This is 2022.
Oh, okay.
I think 2023, crap. Because Arcane's making it, and Arcane's still working their tail end off for Deathloop.
Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving. Sure thing, Edgar Allan Bro.
That's a good one.
Do you think
I don't know about you guys. I'm in the mood for pizza today.
Funny you say that. I have pizza upstairs. I'm like,
I'm going to get pizza after our post show.
Redfall. I like that. Okay, I like that trailer.
I liked it. Listen, I liked it.
That was a good way to end.
Oh, Redfall. Summer 2022. Okay, listen, that's not... If Arcane's working on that and it's summer 2022, that game's going to be like that fast kind of... It's not going to be a huge game. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be like
they have 2 Arcane studios, though, don't they?
Yeah, they're small teams.
Smaller team, yeah. Play it day 1. Xbox Game Pass.
Outer World. I thought Outer World still looked nice.
That's it.
I mean, about you guys, but that last game didn't do much for me. I mean,
yeah,
trailer looked nice, but we've seen a lot of nice.
Gadget goes, I just ordered
trailer.
pizza.
Is this one more thing? No, they're just recapping.
No, this is it. This is what they do at the end. They recap.
Yeah.
That's the show,
okay.
folks. Well, you know, what do you... I mean... You know, it was better than last year.
I think it's better than the last 3 years, for sure.
Yes. But it was better.
Not saying much.
Yeah, it's not saying much. What I will say is, right away, I'm kind of like... People were like, well, this team is working on Wolfenstein and this and that. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like... I mean, he mentions these games, right? And, you know, he mentions these games that are still in development or whatever, but it's like... Did they really announce these games way too soon to kind of hook people into thinking they were, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think it was a solid show.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it was the show that people, I guess, I don't know. Like, I had really high expectations, right? So when I look at what I see here, you know, like Redfall, I think looks cool.
Yeah.
You know, that was a new thing. That was a surprise announcement that didn't leak. That was the only, looking at this, the only surprise that really came out was that, in my opinion, because it was heavily rumored that they would announce Outer Worlds 2, which I have no interest in to begin with. Yeah. So there wasn't anything really surprising here except for that game. And they're saying 2022 for that. So I think that's cool or whatever. You know, let me ask you guys this question. Do you think limiting most of what they show to stuff that's coming to Game Pass hurts them in any way? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Wait, say it again, crap.
Okay, so they limit their show almost. They showed 30 games, or 31 games. 28 of these are in Game Pass day one, meaning they pretty much 98% of the time only will show stuff that's coming to Game Pass. Do you think that hurts them in some way from showing like some of the big? Because if you look at the third-party games, there's next to none.
Hold on, is this showing something?
I mean, I don't.
Or is this
I
a
don't
commercial
think so.
just for?
No, I think it's over now. I don't think so because they showed like Far Cry 6. They showed Battlefield 4.
Yeah,
so,
but those were like the only ones that they really showed.
I mean, I think just real,
Back
real
for
quick.
Blood.
Yeah.
The mini fridge, guys.
Oh, the Xbox Mini.
That's wow. That's what they
Xbox
were
and
saying.
chill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holiday 2021.
Cooling
God.
velocity architecture.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
God.
yeah, is that funny? The world's most powerful refrigerator.
Jimmy Harrison says solid showing, but I just
we knew the
wish they showed me what my console can do. That's all, especially with Halo. Zombilla says 6 out of 10. No Fable, even with Forbidden West in the future. No, not horrible, not good. And MexJ88, he says, so did this make your $500 investment worth it? We're going to get into that right now on the post show.
Welcome to the post show.
Welcome to the post show. It's the post show.
Hey, Mooch,
let me tweet. Everybody tweet this out.
Yeah, tweet it out, please.
Tweet it out. Let them know it's the post show.
Yes, I have. I'm putting the link in the chat, guys. We're going right into the post show, so stay in your seats.
Can I give you my post thoughts?
Please.
Before I got to head out because I got to go.
No, please
cover the pool. It's storming here.
Yes,
and so I got to get the top on the pool, but which is always fun in the middle of a storm.
It's always fun.
Yeah, pools are great.
He
but,
goes,
yeah. But no. All right.
Let's hear it.
I thought it was a good show.
Okay.
Their best show in years by far. You know, they had a variety of different types of games to appeal to different types of gamers' taste. They weren't any like, you know, again, I'm looking for something that like melts my face off, that shows me the power of the Series X. I think we got that with Forza Horizon 5. But you know, like I think someone in the live chat said those games typically look great anyway. You know, I was looking for something like new that would make me be like, oh my god, wow! Like I'm playing Ratchet and Clank right now,
right?
And I'm just amazed by how great that game looks, right? And I'm looking for something like that for the Series X. But outside of that, though, I thought it was a solid show.
Yeah.
Lots of games. Obviously, you know, Game Pass was the focus because they're trying to get more people to sub to Game Pass. And I think they did a good job at bringing more content to Game Pass and make it the quote unquote Netflix of gaming. So definitely their best show in a couple years. So was there anything I think that really was wowed me? Like, no, I would say no, but there were some really good things there to take away from the show. And seeing Arcade Austin was really cool too, because that's been rumored for quite some time. So if I had to give it a number out of 10, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good show.
I thought wow, an 8 out of 10, Brap.
Yeah, good 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Let's not kid around here. That's a solid score. Goodman says he's giving it a 5 out of 10. The only thing shown worthy was Halo. So look, Halo. What do we say about Halo? I'm excited for it, but at the same time, we got no release date, and we didn't see anything. We still didn't see the campaign, which they said we weren't going to. But I thought we were going to see, like, you know, what do they do really well? They have people brought up to the stage, and they're like, Jimmy, Jane, and Louie over here, Team Red, and, you know, Johnny, Eric, and Andy, Team Blue. They're going to play each other, and we watch a live match? I thought we were going to see a match. We didn't see anything.
Yeah.
It's coming out in a couple months.
Well,
supposedly.
Like the funny part to this is that, you know, okay, so, you know, Phil's like, well, we have this and this, and it starts off with 5 consecutive months of first-party releases. So let's go over these first-party releases that he's talking about. July 27th, Flight Simulator. I just don't see this being a big deal. And it's not even a game. Like, admittedly, from Phil Spencer himself, this is not really a game.
Yes.
So you have July 27th. Mooch, are you going to download this? I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
like,
which game?
I'm curious. Flight Simulator.
No.
Exactly. So then in August, Psychonauts 2, which is a multiplat. I'll download that.
Yes.
And then in October, Age of Empires 4. That's PC only.
No. Yeah, I don't want to. Well, I wouldn't play it.
You know
if
what I'm
it
saying?
was,
Then November 9th, Forza Horizon 5. Absolutely. Then it says holiday Halo Infinite without even a release date. So basically, out of the 5 that he's talking about,
yes,
I think the average gamer is probably going to download 3 of these.
Okay.
Which is going to be Psychonauts 2, Forza, and Halo. Assuming nothing comes back and holds back Halo. But, again, I like, this is just not, like something that's going to like grab me, because you look at the rest of the stuff. It's like, okay, well, Yakuza Like a Dragon, D&D Dark Alliance, The Ascent, Hades, 12 Minutes, Aragami 2, Sable, the Anacrusis, Scorn, Back for Blood. That's a pretty big one. Shredders, Among Us, Hello Neighbors 2, The Gunk. That's all stuff scheduled to come to Game Pass. I mean, some of that stuff is okay. I think it's fine, but there's nothing literally that says to me that, wow, thanks for buying an Xbox Series X. Thanks for believing in us.
Right.
Here's what you're getting. I haven't seen that yet, and that's really unfortunate. Especially, I don't understand the tactic of what they did last year then by announcing the games that they announced. Okay, why on earth do you announce State of Decay 3, Avowed, Perfect Dark, Forza Motorsport? They announced these games. Hellblade 2, of Everwild. Those 2 games got announced in 2019. How far? Fable. How far away are these games? I think we deserve to know. I think that it was their best showing in years. But again, that's not saying anything, because the past few years have been straight garbage. So, unless you're Oscar the Grouch and you love trash, like, that's not saying much. And I'm just being 100% honest here. So they start off with the Starfield, right? 11/11/22, assuming that doesn't get pushed back. I'm not convinced that doesn't get pushed back, by the way. Apparently it's only going into alpha at some point this year. They did Stalker 2, which, by the way, didn't do anything for that game. I mean, I already wasn't interested in it.
Right.
But Campfire Talk Along isn't my thing. Back for Blood, cool stuff there. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass October 1, that's awesome. Contraband, Avalanche Studios, that looks like it's going to be exclusive, right? But they didn't show anything. So that looks like it's probably going to be years away. Sea of Thieves, the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff looked awesome. I'm not gonna lie, really cool.
I thought that
stuff.
looked really good.
Probably my favorite thing. The Yakuza stuff in Game Pass today, that's cool. Battlefield, meh. We saw some gameplay look like Battlefield. 12 minutes, point and click kind of thing. That's that.
So just 12, Crap, I don't know if you saw the screen, but the Great Sir X-Man and the Great Worry Wart have joined us.
Okay.
No, I didn't know. Go ahead, finish.
I didn't see that, but let me finish this real quick. Psychonauts 2, that looked really good. I'm going to download and play that.
Absolutely.
Then they did the Bethesda old game segment. Cool. I mean, 76, The Pit, whatever. Fallout, or Elder Scrolls Online gets enhanced on Tuesday. Yay. Then they went on to Party Animals. Not my bag, baby, but 2022.
No.
Hades on August 13th. Hey,
yes.
cool. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. That was kind of a big deal. Then Somerville, guys. I mean, Somerville, right? And then the middle of the show, Halo Infinite this holiday. Now, again, anybody that doesn't question Halo at this point, I'm sorry, but there's no guarantee this is going to come this holiday. No release date, no gameplay of the campaign, just in-engine stuff. If a game is releasing this year and in the next 5 months or so, why are they still showing in-engine stuff? And we didn't even really see that much of the multiplayer footage. It was very little. So, again, a game coming in 5 or 6 months. When are they going to show this off? I have a lot of questions.
Let me just and I saw there's 2 other super chats I got to get to, but I want to get this one super chat here because he's talking to you. So, Mantis Toboggan, MD.
No, that's from that's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, is it? I was going to say it's Dr. Toboggan. He says, just because these games aren't your thing, in quotes, doesn't mean that they aren't good. Giving your subjective point of view like it's paramount. Well, don't get me wrong. So you're not wrong, Doc. But the problem is that you got Crap, he's going to give you his opinion on each of the games, and everyone's going to do that as we go through the panel right now. So it's not that he's saying it's bad, and Brap gave it an 8 out of 10, which I'm going to wait until I get to my portion. I want the panel to talk first, but go ahead, Crap. I don't know if you wanted to speak to that.
Yeah. Like, what did you say? I was looking at something.
No, he was just saying that just because you're saying it's not your thing doesn't mean they aren't good.
Yeah, I get that, but don't you think that people in general probably were expecting at least some kind of gameplay for the stuff that they announced over the last couple years? That's
where I'm at, and I don't worry. Where you had I don't know if you got disconnected when we were at the end of the show there, and Sir X-Man's tuning in too. Crap, before you go down the list any further, that's where we have to start this conversation, I think. The big games that we wanted to see, Starfield, and we wanted to see Halo almost with no excuse. Worry, I'll start with you. Is there anything to be concerned about that a game that's supposed to come out in 4 months and was delayed a year already still has shown very little to no gameplay?
I think after that last showing and how negative it was, I think maybe they're a little afraid to show the campaign.
That could be.
Maybe they're holding off until close to release. But they really didn't show a lot of the multiplayer either. So it was strange. You figure it's their biggest game, they would have a little bit more to show. And the ending, the problem I have is I was looking for something. I get people are looking for different things, but you have to offer something to everybody. And it seems like they're going back towards that shooter box mentality because it was all pretty much shooters and then one Western RPG, which is first person.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last game, they're like, you can play it by yourself or with friends. So is the content that they're going to be creating really geared towards keeping you subscribed to Game Pass, keeping you playing multiplayer? I was looking for that third-person, character-driven game that a new character could identify with Xbox, and it's not there.
That's a good point. That's been your concern for a while now that we've been kind of talking.
And I mean, and I know, like Lord Cognito's been saying, can I get just one? One of those Sony-styled third-person games with characters, a well-written story, something that identifies with Xbox. And it seems like everything's either going to be a shooter, a multiplayer-centric shooter, quote-unquote, that you can play by yourself, or a Western-style RPG that just happens to be, again, in first person. And by the way, Perfect Dark, that's going to be first-person, shooter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where's the creativity in the third-person space? And if your argument is, well, that's all Sony does. How many shooters did Microsoft have?
Yeah.
Is that all they're going to do?
Yeah.
So I mean, where is it? If I had to score the show, me personally, if I was if all I did was eat, breathe, and sleep Xbox, it would probably be an 8.
Right.
But for me, as somebody who's looking for that creativity, I don't want Olive Garden when I eat Italian. I want an Italian restaurant.
Thank you for saying that. Italians around the world just lit a match for you. Yes.
So if you like Olive Garden, it was an Olive Garden show. If you want to go to a real Italian restaurant, there wasn't much there.
No. Yeah, they drowned everything in garlic and too much butter. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that big third-person game. So I give it around a 7. It's the best show they ever did.
7 is where I'm leaning. I want to say real quick, shout out to, and where you can have the mic back. I want to say JudaZuk, Mooch Maniac family member. He says, feel the show was a 4 out of 10. Forza Horizon 5 looked great. A date for Flight Sim is nice. Halo still did not look right, in my opinion. Rest, meh. MexJ88 comes back. He says, we saw the power of Microsoft's wallet, buying content for Game Pass, but nothing to show the power of the Series X. Jimmy says, crap, preach on, preach on. We already read Dr. Toboggans. And then Carl Smith says, Halo multiplayer is PC and console cheats. Cheats are confirmed. U of M, good to see U of M back. He says, Microsoft didn't want another Craig situation, which U of M's agreeing with Worry there, saying maybe they want to hold that release footage to a little closer to this holiday. Game Knobs comes in and says, do you think Halo launches on Halo and Xbox 20th anniversary? I know it's a Monday, but that's a pretty symbolic day for Microsoft and Xbox. At this point, I'd say, why not?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Shout out to Game Trailers, too. He says, you guys are a bunch of haters. Trailers, you cannot say that. I think we are being very fair.
I think we're being fair.
I'm not going to be, I wouldn't even stand for any, just pure hate. That's just not what we're going to do here. He says, you guys are being a bunch of haters. Forza Horizon 5 looks amazing. We agree with you.
It does.
Exclusives is not only people buy consoles. Worry Wart, okay, when Sony makes a good multiplayer game, dude, he's a Sony walking sim.
Right, I don't care. I mean, they had the best multiplayer games are all third party anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody gets them.
like here's the thing though. Without Sony doing their exclusives the way they do them, the single player stuff, we wouldn't hardly have any single player games left.
No,
So
all I'm saying is, why can't I get one game? Like, look at Ratchet and Clank, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you bought a PlayStation 5. You want them to strut their stuff. And why can't I get that? One game, it's been 20 years. They celebrated their 20-year anniversary. They took off half of last generation to build for this generation. Why can't I get one game that they come out and they say, this is the power of the Xbox Series X? Here it is.
There's
And it
nothing wrong
blows
with
me
that.
away.
Yeah.
Why can't I get just one of those? Why is it all shooters, multiplayer-centric, service-based? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. And not only that, it's like Halo has me worried. Like, I like Halo, in particular the campaigns. Like, I figured I'd probably play through that shit with Mooch and stuff, but it's like, again, we saw
The shock is the best thing for me was Sea of Thieves single player content.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Sea of Thieves thing to me.
Yeah.
With Forza Horizon and Back 4 Blood going to Game Pass were the big announcements. Like Starfield didn't impress me much, and the main reason being is just
they
because
didn't show a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The Halo Infinite was in engine. Then they did Diablo 2, which people like Diablo 2, so cool,
Right.
Then they did Plague's Tale Requiem, again, cool, a little indie there. Then they showed off Far Cry, not my thing, but I know a lot of people like Far Cry. Slime Rancher 2.
Mm-hmm.
I know we probably can't wait to do that. Shredders, the best thing we could say about that is Nova Insomniac says it doesn't look terrible.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Quote that.
Atomic Heart, then a game called Replaced. Then they showed off Grounded again. I can't even remember what the hell they showed because I was too busy making fun of it. Then Among Us. Then I don't even know if Eodin Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's what that is. The Ascent with the July 29th release date. Okay. Age of Empires 4, it's PC only, so I literally couldn't give two craps about it. Outer Worlds 2. Again, this is not a cap. I didn't download the first one. People calling it Fallout in Space doesn't attract me because I hate Fallout. So it has and if you guys liked it, fine. Like this game again.
Which game is that? Fallout in Space.
Outer Worlds 2.
Oh, Outer Worlds 2, yeah.
And it looks like this game is years away anyway.
Absolutely. That was a CGI. I mean, that was
exactly. Even in the trailer, they joked at it about not having anything ready to show. So then they did Flight Sim July 27th. More power to anybody who wants to play that. But for me, hell no. Forza Horizon 5 absolutely looked amazing. Then, of course, Redfall supposedly coming next year. So, hey, that's cool. And then Xbox Mini Fridge, I guess. So that was the Xbox showing. I thought it was their best showcase in years. Again, like that's not saying much. If I had to, I would give it a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like just for me personally, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I really thought we would have saw some gameplay for something like a Fable or show us some, give us an Everwild update. What's this game about?
Third person? Is Fable a third person action?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know anything.
Yeah, we're not. Nobody knows. Like, give it. I expected an update.
It can't be first person. It's Fable.
It's probably third person.
I would think so.
It's probably
stay true to that.
Yeah.
Gamer O'Malley says CG in engine. CG. Mediocrity at best. He says GP fodder, Game Pass fodder. Zombilla Ice Cream says, crap, you're making them shirts, brother?
I'm talking about, yeah.
I think Starfield will be good.
Yeah, we hear you, Sir X Man.
Finally.
There you go. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
So what'd you think of the show, Sir X Man?
What'd you think, man?
It had good points and its bad points. I like that they showed a lot of games. They finally showed something that's coming to them only, not just a third party. I'm getting Battlefield third party. That's just me. But they showed things that interest me and interest other people.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointment for me is when they kept showing those games that are Diablo-like.
Okay, so you're not into the RTS, the Age of Empires, Diablo 2.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're Well, no, Age of Empires. I'm fine with that. I'm talking about those little like Diablo, where you go on a mission with your friends, or you go by yourself and you do hack and slash.
Yes.
And like just a platform style, and it's really small. You gotta see it. Now, I'm sick of seeing those. I want to see some bigger things from you. That's what I was disappointed with.
Tom Johnson in the chat, Crap, says that they didn't show Rainbow Billy. He's a little upset.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset
Yeah.
about no Rainbow Billy. That was in one of the leaks that I saw. So unfortunately, that's what took it down a whole level for me, a whole point. No Rainbow Billy. So
It's a full point reduced.
Just find a kid named Billy, put some sparkles and ice cream on it, and just say Rainbow Billy, and keep going.
Shout out to Brian Carter. He says this was Xbox's best show. I didn't buy an Xbox Series
No, it
X,
wasn't.
and this show confirmed it. 6 out of 10 for having exclusives. Xbox now has games I will try on PC, if that. Go ahead, Nova.
Personally, for me, I would definitely say it was a 6 out of 10.
Mhm.
Coming from PlayStation guy who's playing Ratchet and Final Fantasy VII Integrate. Since Crap already went over all the games, I'm just gonna give my list of highlights. So and I'll go in order. So Starfield. Again, I'm intrigued about the game. I got a little bit more today. I wouldn't say it necessarily sold me, but I'm still looking forward to it. I'm excited. Stalker 2, maybe. I'm kind of there with you, Mooch.
Yes.
Something I might definitely check out on PC.
Absolutely.
Battlefield, I've never been a Battlefield fan, but from what I'm hearing from a lot of people who play these games and are fans of them, this one does look promising. So again, we'll see. It's a third party, so who knows? Psychonauts is looks interesting. I love platformers.
You're botting a bit, Nova. We're losing you.
Oh, how do I sound now? A little better?
A little bit better.
I got you.
Okay, so yeah, Psychonauts. Also something I'm kind of excited for. Somerville, actually really liked it. Looked interesting to me. Didn't look the most popular game there, but I actually like it. And to follow up with that is Shredders, right? As famously said by me, it looks interesting. Me personally, I like sport sims.
Okay, so you like I call it the SFX, whatever that is, the snowboarding shredder.
SSX, yeah.
So,
SSX. Thank you, Crap.
I'm a fan of Skate 3.
I'm waiting for that too.
So
God bless you guys.
Shredders is pretty cool. Yeah. Atomic Heart actually was the standout for me. Even though it was a CG trailer, it was something kind of up my alley, weird. I wouldn't say Kojima style, but like weird in that Kojima sense.
You say Atomic Heart?
Atomic Heart, yeah. It kind of gave me like.
Remind me which one that was again.
vibe.
I'm not visually.
The weird one where it was like slow motion, like robots, like freaking.
Crap, what am I missing? Which one was that? Do you have a note with that?
What was it called?
Atomic Hearts?
Atomic Heart, yeah, that was after Shredder.
Okay.
Yeah, it was after Shredder. It really kind of give you a slight Ghostwire Tokyo vibe.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure you go. I did say it only mentioned Xbox, yeah. So that's one that I was like, okay. Maybe
I'm looking through Xbox's channel right now.
They did say console exclusive.
Oh, there it is.
Day one and Game Pass. And December 21st or something like that. But it is a console exclusive.
Atomic Heart. That's the thing with those. Yeah, like there's. It looks like kids' toys on a unicycle.
I think so, or maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
Halo 4, in my opinion on Halo and Forza are kind of the same as everyone else. Halo, did we get enough? Was that enough to like really wow us? Is that what we were expecting from Microsoft to really blow our pants off?
No.
How many of us were expecting Motorsport instead of another Horizon?
Oh, I expected Horizon because Turn 10 can't carry Playground's jock at this point. You know what I mean? Like, play like I said. What is up with the inability to get some of these games out? Like if it wasn't for Playground, man, then just think about that. We wouldn't have been able to, get any of this stuff. Like if the Xbox One would have been even a worse a failure, and here we are. It's going to be the first exclusive for Xbox this year.
Yes.
And man, I'm just really, really excited about that. Man, who would have thought?
I want to read these super chats, and I'm going to give my take on it because Capone. Shout out to Capone. He's like, Mooch, I want to hear what your number and what your take on it. Shout out to Tony316. He says 4 out of 10. Nothing impressive. Ratchet and Clank looks better than anything they've shown, and it's available right now. So shout out to Tony. King LB says 5 out of 10. Not good, not bad. Too much CGI. It's getting sad at this point. They were supposed to come out swinging. If Nintendo and Sony can have great shows, this becomes an afterthought. I want a Xbox, but man. So shout out to King. He's frustrated, and rightfully so. And Cody Schmeier, if I'm saying it right, he says, what did you guys think about the Halo gameplay? Any worries? And I'll read this last one that just popped up. Shout out and thank you very much to Zoli21. He says, a lot of these games are looking as games as a service, which worries me. And I completely get...
that's my whole problem with it. You know what I mean? I feel like it might be me, right? I'm not saying that this is fact, but it feels like they're catering to a very specific type of gamer instead of everybody.
Right.
And that's the issue that I have. Like, where are your games that, move the entire industry, that people talk about at these giant trade shows, that are thrown in with Game of the Year? You don't have to only do that, but you have to create some kind of art that your competitors are creating. And I want that. I don't understand why I can't get that.
No, and I want to go back and I'll give my answer. I appreciate hearing everybody's thoughts and opinions on it. And we're going to kind of dive a little bit more into it. But I'm concerned with Halo. I really thought for the second year I fell for it. You guys can say whatever you want. Say, Mooch, you falling for this? But I really thought we were going to see. I heard we were not going to see a lot of campaign or any. I was still okay with that. And they're really going to put a strong emphasis on how hard they've been working on the multiplayer. And I'm like, okay, all right, fine. Because guess what? Even though I want to see the campaign, I know that if I see a great-looking multiplayer, a campaign you should rest assured things will be on the way. We didn't see anything. I really didn't see anything. There was a snippet of some multiplayer, and then it immediately went to a cutscene, or a CGI, whatever you want to call these things nowadays. In-engine cutscene, whatever. Anyway, then the fact that there's no release date. And if you guys don't understand, that is a major, major red flag. Like, how can you be launching after you've already said we are going to come out a year after, we need an extra year, then show it at the next big premiere show of this E3 and not have a release date? The other thing I will say is this, before I give my number. There's a lot of things that I did see today that got me excited, but they are not the excited that me, Crap, and Worry, and Nova in the past, all of us that have given our opinions years after year, the excitement that we used to have was an amazing new IP, or as Worry says, just give me one, or Laura Cognito says, just give me one. We used to always look forward to that one new game that was just going to be on a pedestal and shining bright, and we saw some of it. I didn't get that. What I was excited about was some of the, I got Game Pass, so now I don't have, like Hades is coming to Game Pass, Diablo 2 is coming to Game Pass. These are things that, as you guys like to say on the internet all the time, I don't have to pay extra for it now. I'm already paying for that. Okay, fine. So that's where my excitement is there. Starfield, again, the premise looked nice, but literally it was a CGI of a rendition of the first time we landed on the moon. Like, it doesn't, it didn't show me anything where you go, well, Mooch, clearly this game is going to be the trophy winner. You could say that, but you honestly, if you got hooked up to a lie detector test, that the thing would be going off the charts. You don't know. So we don't know anything about that. Am I excited to see what will become? Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and rate this thing, and I think this is fair. I'm going to go, I'll even tip the scale slightly more positive because of the fact that so many games are coming to Game Pass that I truly am looking forward to playing. Me, myself, personally, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think if the Game Pass games weren't there, it could have easily dipped into a 6.5. But I will go on this show, and I'll speak on any show for the next week that we discuss this, and remain at a 7 out of 10 on that. I mean, do you guys, is that something that, Crap, did you give it a numerical score? I don't know if you...
I said 7 out of 10.
You did say 7. I think, Worry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 7 as
You
well.
said 7 as well. Sir X-Man, what did you go? Did you give a number? I don't know if we have Sir X-Man back yet. Sir X-Man, it's very hard to keep you in this Discord for some reason. Sir X-Man, if you can speak, because he's muted. Nova, did you give it a numeric value yet?
I think he said
mine
6.
Was 6 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's anyone who's listening to this show right now and scratching your head going, how could Nova do that? It's It's within reach.
If I have a question for everyone until X-Man comes back. I just want to ask everyone: do you guys think this leaves the door open for Sony to just kind of blow them away? Because I feel like
that's a good question.
They definitely have the capacity to announce like one new thing that will just overtake this whole entire show we just saw. What do you guys think?
Well, go ahead and answer that. And Worry, what are your thoughts? You were about to chime in on. I want to hear that. I wanted to
say, if you're like super hardcore, like all you play is Xbox, you won't play. Like for me, I don't understand the concept of like you go through a whole generation and you willfully deny yourself of playing Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, Spider-Man. Like I don't understand that. And there are people like that. So if you're that person, and this was the best show you've ever seen for Xbox, because it is. You know what I mean? If you're that kind of person. But like for me, maybe I'm just moving away from the type of games and the type of gamer that they want. But I just like to have the kind of content that I like, and then all the other stuff. And I don't see that. I feel like they want me to perpetually pay for a subscription, and it's causing them to create a very specific type of content to keep you paying for that specific type of content. And I don't like that. It's fine if you do that, but give me something else. Like Psychonauts and Sea of Thieves. I never thought that I'd come out of this thinking that Sea of Thieves single player would be exciting to me more than Halo.
I never would have crossed my mind.
What's really disappointing, the people who created Dishonored and Dishonored 2 decided that we're going to make a shooter that's kind of single player if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that signal to me as somebody who wants to play a single player game? It's not going to be a good single player campaign.
Yeah.
It's going to be something that sort of shoehorns you in there to play with friends. Why?
Absolutely.
Like, I just don't get it. Why can't I get that one big game from them?
It's like Left 4 Dead. Nobody plays that single player.
You're not playing that.
You
No. Back 4 Blood that's coming out. You're playing that with friends. I certainly would hope you would. The game just seems designed that way.
Yeah, I mean, they still have Fable. So maybe Fable's that game. I don't know.
Well,
but like the other person who was saying about Sony. Absolutely. If they come out in their show and, Guerrilla's next game multiplayer wise is SOCOM, and they have a new IP with a new character and a huge world, of course it's going to be the talk of the town. Not because it's Sony and PlayStation, but because that's what a lot of people identify with.
That's right.
What was this Contraband game that you guys saw? Like, we didn't really get much on it. It seems like it's still a long time away.
It looked like a shooter. I mean, they didn't show anything really.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm almost willing to bet it's going to be a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Outside of Steely, I mean, Avalanche did Rage 2. So,
game.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a bad game. I liked it, but it's probably a while away from releasing. So, I mean, I thought that was cool, but it's like, again, I would have liked a little bit more gameplay from stuff, and I would have liked to seen a few of the games that they previously announced. Like, people get it kind of twisted. I thought it was a good show, 7 out of 10, but why is it such a bad thing to have wanted, stuff that they announced in 2019 to have some kind of gameplay by 2021?
Yeah, I wanted to see Master Chief in like a cool environment, like walking down a hallway with lighting and all those extra bells and whistles, like the ray tracing and all, just something like that. I mean, and it's just, I don't understand. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. And like I said, the main thing was even the stuff that I do like normally, like Halo, is very worrying that it gets no release date and no gameplay footage.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Sea of Thieves look great. I mean, it looked great. It looks great.
We joked about it before the show that we wouldn't even talk about Sea of Thieves, and that's seemingly coming out the favorite.
It looks great. It really does. Hopefully,
I mean, they got some kind of deal with Disney, right? So it looks like they're listening. Like I'm looking right now, and Fable is trending right now on Twitter because
Did they show Fable?
No, it's trending because people wanted to see it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you're somebody who has a huge Xbox channel or you built up your persona around Xbox, this is the best show you've ever seen. But if you're, an all-around gamer,
in a while.
Right. I mean, I think, it's one of their best shows.
Well, some of those early ones, man, on the Xbox One were good. They sold me on an Xbox One.
Yeah, I mean, you're going back,
Yeah, you're going back,
years.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a while.
But,
what year was Avowed?
They didn't
do anything. They mentioned Avowed, But they showed the same clip from last year.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything with Avowed.
I think that game's 2023.
2023, 2024.
Yeah.
Depending on how the studios are, in position in what they're working on currently.
Yeah.
See, for them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when those games come out because they're not really into hardware. They're into service. You know what I mean?
I completely agree with that.
To them, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, who cares? It's going to be in a service. But, if you're more hardware centric like Sony is and Nintendo is, then you've got to give people, it's the same thing. You have to give people a reason to subscribe to your service. Now, pretend that the service is hardware. You have to give people a reason to buy your hardware. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
I also want to point out something from another point of view. If you're a hardcore Game Pass fanatic, you probably love what they showed. Like, you like that kind of stuff, right? Like, for me, the Game Pass stuff doesn't do much for me, right? Like, I don't really care about a lot of the stuff that's going in there, so it doesn't mean as much to me. So I totally recognize and realize that. But if you're somebody who loves like these little indies and finding these little things these little niche things like in there to play and I think that's fine. But like, again, when I'm playing a Ratchet and Clank on PS5 and I'm stopping every 2 minutes to take a picture because it looks that good, that's showing me that, hey, this is the next generation title. On Xbox, I've yet to see that.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to get that. And I know people will go, well, Flight Sim, per Phil Spencer, that's not even a game. Like, I get it. I get where you're going. But I like games where either multiplayer or single player, some kind of purpose, right? Like, and that really doesn't have kind of a purpose to us, I guess. Just flying around. Like, that's, not my bag.
And I want to add something to that. You got Zombilla Ice Cream says, Mooch Crap Nova, if Halo doesn't hit, game over. So Zombilla, I don't know if you could necessarily do that.
I'm looking forward to Horizon more than Halo at this point anyway.
It's free to play, so it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a huge hit.
That's actually true, Worry.
It's going to be
free to play.
I saw something in Flight Sim that I'm finally back. Yeah.
Hey, go ahead,
I saw something in Flight Sim that I haven't seen in any of their other previous videos for the 2 years.
What's that?
Multiple planes on one screen.
But the thing is, Sir X Man, I know
I'm
that
thinking that might be multiplayer, and they're not telling anybody.
I got news for you. They can make that. They can make that multiplayer. Heck, they can come over to my house and install it for me. I don't want to play it.
That would be. Well, I like Flight Sim, but that would be awesome. Where if you and your friends can set a trip, go there and say, okay, let's land here for a little while, and things like
get
that.
out of the plane. You're going to fly in real time, like 7 hours.
I know. I wish I could get out of the plane in Forza Horizon, but I can't. I mean, out of the car in Forza Horizon, like you could in what was that game we used to play? Activision.
Yeah, I mean, I might just
your own house test drive.
Yeah.
I'm wishing for something like that. Why can't somebody get weird?
Well, that's
at that
Sir X
time
Man.
You could give us that innovation.
I'm kind of glad you said that, though. That's the one thing, and that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10. That's why I can understand and I respect Nova's 6, is just because a lot of the games that I even said I like to play, like let's just say Hades and Diablo 2 and the other games, The Ascent, these games that are coming to Xbox Game Pass. What you just said for Flight Simulator also speaks for a lot of the Game Pass games. It's kind of like, I'll stop by and check it out. And it's like, yeah, it kind of feels like a little bit. And you say fluff and it offends people. I don't mean it in that sense, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to dedicate a weekend to a lot of these games that are in Game Pass. I'll play them for a little while I have the subscription. And this is what I ask all you guys in the chat that are fans of Xbox Game Pass. Forget the fact that you say, I have Game Pass. These games go in there. I can't wait to play them. Okay. But let's say you are in the audience right now and you don't have Game Pass. Would Stalker 2, Hades, Diablo 2, Resurrection, would that make you get the Game Pass service? Would that make you go ahead? Please.
Mooch, if I happen to drop out, man, we got a storm coming, not rattling.
Okay.
So if something happens, it's probably because the power went out or something.
I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you, Crap. Well, you know what? I'll tell you this much, Crap. First of all, be safe. Man. Thank you, Sir X Man, for pointing out that. That's very true. Be safe first, Crap. But second of all, if you can, we're gonna go probably about 3:30 here. If you can join back in by your phone, that would be.
Yeah, dude. Like if something happens, I'll figure out something.
I mean, if it's something bad and you got to take care of stuff, forget about it. But yeah, it's always good to have Crap Gamer here.
And I thought people are like, "Hey, Mooch and Crap are being too mean. It was a 7 out of 10." I'm like, we gave it a 7 out of 10.
That's what we gave it.
I give them one thing this show.
What's that?
Their games had humor, though. Their little games, they had humor. I was actually laughing at some of them. I mean, I did not want to see Grounded, but I was actually laughing at that at the trailer for it. It was funny, and they had 2 other games that were actually funny. I give them that. They came with humor.
Well, let me do this. Let me introduce the great Jez 7780. Just got done grinding his gears on his channel. Jez, great to have you here, buddy. We all kind of went through and gave our grade. I was wondering if you wanted to just hit a couple of the high points, a couple of the low points, and give us a numerical score.
Sure. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Yeah, I just finished grinding my gears on the Bachelor Grindhouse to give some impressions on that thing. So yeah, I would say so the highs I thought was Forza Horizon 5. I think that the showcase of how they showed that game is something that Microsoft's been missing for a long time. Showing the environment and moving over to the gameplay, right into the game, showing the game and talking over it, I think is an excellent presentation. So Forza
That's how
Horizon
you do Halo,
5.
right?
Exactly. That's my point. That's where I'm going with this. That is exactly what you do. You show confidence and you get people excited about the game, and you let the game do the talking, and then they'll highlight what it is. They did a great job with that. Forza Horizon 5 was my standout of the show. The and going into the bad parts, I think the games that needed to show going into here, such as Halo, such as Starfield, the games they needed the gameplay and discussion like that for those games, and they didn't do that. And instead, I felt that a lot of the games, like expansions to Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls, I think they had there's too much screen time for those games and those expansion CGIs or whatever hell content collaborations they had. I think that was the games that needed to show more, they didn't. And the games that we kind of like know they're already out already and they know what it is, I think got too much screen time on there. But I do think they did a great job in and also other games such as that vampire game at the end and
Redfall
and Crust. What was it? Crust Contraband. That other game. We don't
know anything about it. Yeah,
exactly. I don't know. And that other game kind of looked like Back 4 Blood just with vampires. That's my impression of
That's what we said.
That's what we said.
That's exactly what we said.
I didn't even trust me. I didn't even listen to you guys. I was doing my own thing.
No, you're doing your own show. Yeah,
that's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, and a lot of shooters. Like it seems like Microsoft's getting back to shooters and RPGs.
That's exactly what
Worry just said. Yeah,
Shooter bots all over.
Exactly. And the thing is that I'm seeing a little more of like the old Xbox getting there with the shooters and stuff like that, trying to get there. But I just feel like that they are so like this so early in this stuff. And we're just going, I don't know. They're on borrowed time.
Outer Worlds. Like, okay, you say this isn't a trailer. This isn't a trailer. This isn't game development.
That was funny though.
They're still at the beginning. I know I was laughing at I just told them I was laughing at some of them. And I was like, Outer Worlds, really? I thought it was going to be something totally different.
I know. I thought I was happy that it was Outer Worlds too, because I'm like, if this is just making a mockery of other games and it's like some sort of like kids game or some like foo-foo game, and I'm like, oh my God, don't do that.
I'm making fun of the situation.
Exactly. So at least they did the Outer Worlds 2, which again, it says like they just made a sign. So they kind of mocked themselves going like, this is not coming for a while, like a couple of years or so. Because they said they just made the title screen. But I thought good.
I don't like Grounded, never really played it. No. But when they said people kept asking for seats, don't believe it. They kept asking for sitting down. I sit there and just laugh. I mean, they came with the comedy this time, but they didn't come with the games we wanted.
Yeah, they a little bit of a mockery.
They poked some fun of themselves, right? They did that, and that was needed. I want to say shout out to King LB.
Ask you guys something that nobody's talking about.
What?
No studio acquisitions.
No.
Wow. Yeah. Crap.
Hellblade 2. No Hellblade 2.
No Hellblade 2.
No Fable.
So there's no studio acquisitions. Jeff Grubb released a video or released a article saying this. So I mean, we know he kind of favors Xbox, right? That's not really a thing. So he's like,
Xbox
wow, it's so incredible. You know, they're going to have Halo, Forza Horizon 5, Age of Empires, Psychonauts, and Flight Simulator. You know, like I said previously, most of the average gamers probably like 3 of those. You know, if you're not a PC gamer, you can't get Age of Empires anyway. Psychonauts is a multiplat. But he's like, when is Microsoft going to finally call the cavalry for what has been promising? And he says the short answer is simple: 2023. Hate to be the guy who 2 years said 2023.
Yeah.
Here we go. He says right now the following games are all expected to launch in 2023 for Microsoft.
Yes.
Avowed, Fable, Perfect Dark, Everwilds, Hellblade 2, Contraband, In Exile's next game, Compulsion Games, and the Coalition's next non-Gears project. That sounds like a lot. I 100% doubt this, and he does too, because he says all of those are significant projects, of course.
Yeah.
Something like Everwilds, which Rare rebooted, by the way, could easily slip into 2024 and beyond. So again, like Contraband, you're looking at probably.
Come on.
Yeah, you're looking at something like Contraband, probably 2024.
They're on borrowed time, dude. Like that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where they're gonna. Like that's the thing. Like we're watching them start from their infancy right now, and
Can I say something really fast?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I just wanted to say, like, you know, they're doing the work that it took Sony in 25 years building up relationships and buying studios and creating IPs. Microsoft's trying to do all that work in a few years.
Yeah.
And the good thing is 2023, okay, good games are going to come out in 2023, right? But most people listen to these shows because they want to compare, okay? That's when Sony first party starts to hit as well. Their new IPs.
Outstanding
That's
point.
what I mean about borrowed time, dude. That's exactly what I
This is
mean.
Microsoft's biggest problem right now. You're starting to lose your older generation, and your newer generation is going to go over to Sony. So by the time you come out with this stuff you're talking about, the newer generation is going to be over there where the community, they're going to start developing community, because Sony's going to work. And they're going to start going over there. They're not going to come to you anymore.
No, I completely agree. That's a great point with the whole borrowed time thing, man. I agree. I just want to say a shout out to King LB. He says, I've bought an Xbox for every Halo. I'm disappointed. It's not show. And some of this might be lost in translation in different country. I'm not sure. He says, it's not show. And I agree with Crap that something is fishy. He says, I literally scored a PS5 for Ratchet, my favorite PS series. Halo and Xbox, I think he said needed. He wrote needed fall. I think he means needs this for the fall. So shout out to King LB. I appreciate that, King. Thank you. And I think we agree with you. God Zealot says, I see Halo Infinite doing a deep dive of sorts on multiplayer tomorrow morning. Should be pretty neat. God Zealot, guess what, though? Why? Why when you had how many 150, 250,000 people watching on Xbox alone, let alone all the other people broadcasting that show?
Twitch and everywhere
Like,
else,
you want to put that on right now, then deep dive tomorrow. Fine, deep dive tomorrow. But give us one hell of a top level today. Carl Smith says, I prefer to own my games. I cannot get into Game Pass. I'd rather have physical copies, so I am not a fan of Game Pass. You know, Carl, I respect that, but me, Worry, and Crap, for example, have been talking about this particular topic for a very long time. The physical conversation is a tough one because I think the digital sales is where things are at. Where you make a point isn't the physical versus Game Pass. It's just the ownership. So you buy the game digitally. You could argue you don't own it, but you technically own a digital version of that IP. Game Pass, you're clearly renting it, and when they yank it out of Game Pass, you clearly cannot play it. Now, can you buy it? Of course you could buy it. You can always buy it. But that's the difference there, and I want to say Goodman makes a point here, but Goodman, I have a counter to it. He says, Todd Howard says, Starfield is like a Han Solo simulation role-playing game.
Cool.
That's great.
Show it.
Yeah.
Show me.
So what do you got?
How does that person know that if nobody else does? Where's he getting the information from?
Goodman, could you mind?
Said it.
Did you hear him say it too, Jez?
No,
I didn't hear him say it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of the talk. Like, you tell me. This is the time to show, and you show 2 minutes of a CGI. Or whatever
CGI,
That's
space.
the problem.
Yeah.
That's why that needed to be shown. And talk about deep dives. I'm gonna say, just look like Horizon 5. Halo needed that presentation immediately. Horizon 5 got it and got a release date. Beautiful. Why can't Halo get that? Halo is a bigger franchise than Forza. It made Xbox, and there's so much riding on Halo. that needed that kind of that presentation. They showed more of Joseph Staten getting commended. Meanwhile, the guy wasn't even part of the goddamn project until they messed it up last year.
Yeah, they're not confident in the way the game looks. That's why
No
Horizon
way.
got
And the trees are still there. The trees are still there. They're still showing in-engine horse shit. Where the hell is the gameplay of them just playing the goddamn game? Halo always had gameplay. Never, they will always demonstrate Halo 5, Halo 4, Halo 3, everything. Even Halo 2 had fake gameplay. That was the demo that was created, New Mabosa, just for E3. But it was gameplay.
Yeah.
The only gameplay you got was him when he was flying through space. But, the multiplayer.
That was a CGI trailer. That was just
like
a movie.
I don't know. I've seen it look like that in Halo when they.
But it's a movie. It's a cutscene.
I hope that God is
that
not
was
a cutscene, and I hope
that him
that's
flying through
realistic.
space and talking to that new
Yeah, that was
katana.
a
You don't need
cutscene.
that right now. That was a cutscene.
Well, I knew about that cutscene, but when he was moving through space, I hope that was not a cutscene.
That was a cutscene.
Oh, it was totally a cutscene.
That was
No,
that
it was
was
a
quote
cutscene.
unquote that was quote
And that's it,
unquote
and that's
in
his-
engine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay, if that's in engine, the way that looks, then if the game really looks like that in the single player, I know you're not going to get away with that.
But Sir X-Man, I'll be honest with you. I thought it looked good as well. So I'm going to agree with you. But it also looks to the standard of what we've seen on, the competing
But I
platforms.
wanted to still
right?
look like Halo, though. I still wanted to look like Halo.
Guys,
I mean,
everybody,
I don't want
Xbox
them to-
Crap Gamer just dropped an Xbox game code. Guys, check that out in the chat. Shout out to the great Crap Gamer. Sending out a code
I
like
got
that.
some stuff to give away for show.
Good one, bro.
Oh,
Good
show.
one.
We got a couple of things to give away.
Let us know who wins. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you won, please. Appreciate that.
But
and-
I still
go
wanted
ahead,
to look. I still wanted to look like Halo. I don't want it to not look like Halo. It's
Ratchet still looks like Ratchet, but a lot better.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love Ratchet.
Facts.
I've beaten every single one, so I've got to get a PS5 for this one whenever I can.
I know a lot of people in the chat are saying, Mooch, the Square Enix thing is starting. I don't know. For some reason, when it comes, and this is me, guys, I've said this every year. Crap, I've told you this behind the scenes as well. I'll tell the audience.
Yeah.
When Ubisoft or Square or any of these guys have a show, a lot of it's just song and dance. I'm not telling you guys what to do by no means. I always wait and watch it after I watch the highlights show. That's because they literally take. Yeah, you could take the hour or 2 hour show they do, and you can watch the entire thing in 10 minutes. Because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, didn't they? Who was the company that had Just Dance on?
Ubisoft.
Yeah, like I don't want to see the dancers. What? Like it's so much fluff. It's like, I don't know. For some reason, that's me. I've been doing that for years, guys. I'm not doing that because the show's going on right now. I just never watched any of those. I watched the highlights later on. There's just so much. They have so few. You have Microsoft that has this big stage, and they just did 30 games. A lot of them you can say you like. Some of them you say it didn't interest me at all. And when you look at these smaller publishers, they really have less to show. So it's a lot of fluff. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a me problem. I mean, I've never raced over to go see an Ubisoft show or raced over to go see a.
I'll find the trails later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For some reason, that's just I don't know. Maybe, and again, if that's me, I stand corrected. I apologize.
Is it just me, or do you guys feel that? Okay, it's like Microsoft got these big giant developers, but it seems like these smaller unknowns are making bigger games than what we have right now from them.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
That's a great point.
Because it's taking a while.
I thought it was just me.
I mean, look at like games from like small Chinese devs, Lost Soul Aside, Black Myth Wukong. I mean, those games look
I saw
freaking
that.
amazing.
Those look amazing.
Yeah, and have these big budgets or these big teams. But just to kind
Apparently,
of go on what you
Guardians
were
of the
saying-
Galaxy looks pretty good, from what people are saying.
What do you mean?
I was gonna say
We didn't see it.
Apparently, the trailer just dropped.
Oh, did it just drop?
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Fear proved me wrong there. Great.
Well, good thing you didn't
Square
lose your
Enix.
power crap, so you
Damn
can
you.
watch it.
Well, no. Anyways, I wanted to go to about 3:30. This is fine. I wanted to get everyone's opinion on it. I see everyone kind of
I'll
on
give my
Twitter.
score on so I would say presentation wise, I think they did a lot better this one. So I was giving it around a 7.5. I thought they did good for I think they didn't have
That's
a lot
fine.
of cringing
That's
moments, not a lot of
Right.
big like a whole indie reel showcase. I think what they showed like the games that they focus on, I do think it's kind of I felt that it seemed that Game Pass was getting more of a little bit more of like a maturity, that it's not just these passion projects and stuff, even though I think some of them can be considered that. Like I know when he put his little chart up, I do think that the games that they're kind of focusing on bringing the Game Pass, I think is getting better on the upswing, but it's still not there. And like you said, the thing is that subscribing to own these games, you know, if you're really interested in these games, you're most likely going to buy them. If you're on the fence, that's when you're going to rely on Game Pass. So that's a battle that Microsoft has to try to win, is converging people to rent their games and not own them outright. You know, so that's something, because, you know, that's always a thing in your head.
And I got to be honest, just so you know, like for me lately, I like, the reason why I like Game Pass is because Microsoft's games haven't been good enough to buy.
Yeah, and that's it.
I'm just being 100% honest. Exactly. People might go, but crap, well, you're crazy talking, right?
Like
no,
I gotta be honest. That?
I wouldn't buy that for $2, let alone $60. Even the last Gears of War, that game was broken at launch and not great. It wasn't up with the quality that, like I said, we'll see what happens. I think Psychonauts 2 is going to beat my expectations for sure. I think Forza Horizon 5, I can't wait to play it. I love those games. But I'm worried about Halo, and I think anybody that says they're not, you're crazy. Get worried. No release date.
I can't believe that.
And in-engine stuff 5 months before you're showing it. I don't know.
And one thing I want to point out, I saw this when I was doing my show. If you look at that release list that Phil does at the end, where he talked about what's coming to Game Pass in 2021, and the only game on there with like a holiday from their first party is Halo.
Yeah.
If you look, the icon they use says Halo Multiplayer. It doesn't say Halo Epic Campaign. You know, when they showed it, they said multiplayer and Epic Campaign. They wanted to put it together when Staten was talking about it. But at the end, I don't know if they used the wrong logo, but it just says Holiday and it says Halo Infinite Multiplayer. It doesn't have the campaign on it. I don't know. That's something I just noticed.
No,
I used the wrong one.
That is a very good observation. I noticed something similar to that. I don't. So you're thinking maybe it won't be a release at the same time.
I don't know. Or maybe they released the Halo Infinite beta by the holiday, and then the campaign shortly follows, like around maybe January or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe they used the wrong one, because when they showed it, they show Halo Epic Campaign, and that's the Master Chief, and then they have Halo Infinite Multiplayer side by side. And they said they wanted to do both of them. They were coming together. But then at the end, when Phil shows what's coming to Game Pass, the icon at the bottom just says Halo Infinite Multiplayer, and it says Holiday on it. So I don't know if they used the wrong logo.
Yeah, but multiplayer won't have to be in Game Pass either. Multiplayer
no, it's not in Game Pass. You're right. So I don't know why. They probably used the wrong one then. They probably just used the wrong one for that. They should be in campaign.
Probably the campaign mode.
That's the one they should have used. Yeah, they used the wrong one.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I'm even seeing some of the other, headliners on YouTube and some of the just the titles of certain things. And it's funny because everyone's like, way to go. Horizon 5 looks amazing, which you can't argue that. That game looked amazing.
Awesome.
It just looks so good. It looks so good. They always, but as the great Pope said, Pope Art, Xbox Pope, he's like, they looked amazing, but they always do. And that's the thing. They always do. So the shock value there is at a very low shock. It's a great product. I won't even say anything bad about it. I'm not very excited about playing my fifth festival, but that's fine, right? It is what it is. But at the same time, I will say this much. Game's beautiful. Halo, lots of uh-ohs and oopses. I'm concerned. And if you're not concerned, I think you should be. I really think you should be.
The multiplayer looked good.
Yeah. And then, I saw other people. A lot of people are like, well, Game Pass is taking care of us. Let me tell you something. Games like Hades, games like The Ascent, games like Diablo 2 that are coming to Game Pass.
In Game Pass.
It will be.
No, it's a buy.
No, it said coming to Game Pass.
Guardians of the Galaxy looks like what Avengers should have been.
Yeah. Oh, does it?
It does, because you know how Avengers, I like the story moves, but you know how Avengers, they kind of they did that games as a service thing that people just, people want Batman, they want Spider-Man, they want, they want it to be like that. They don't want all this other shit. So this looks really good.
But it's it's going to be a single, is it a single player game?
It looks to be a single player game, yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely going to check
No,
that
the
out.
stunt doubles, though. The stunt doubles are.
I'm actually an absolute sucker for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like I think mine and my family's like favorite, like one of our favorite like family Marvel movies to watch.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would bet that I won't bet, but I would think that this Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be an expansion to the Avengers game, and they just kind of spun it off as another
I don't think so,
looks like
Jez.
the combat looks like
Does
the
it?
Avengers.
Oh.
It does.
If it looks like the Avengers, then it's going to be. It's not the mode that Crap would like to see out of it. Then I
don't know. If you look at this gameplay around like when he's fighting and stuff, like the punches and stuff look like it's like.
I'm just seeing a cutscene. I'm just seeing a cutscene right now.
If you look at around the 120, like 120.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. I went back. Wait, no, that's still not it.
Wait, 120.
I think it looks a lot. It looks different than the.
Yeah, 121.
Somewhat.
No, that's different aesthetic.
Push something too, Jez. I know you saw this. Microsoft did push this.
Okay. Actually, yeah, it does look a little bit like the Avengers.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Every
the combat.
game with the frames,
It really does.
Every game with the frames, 120 hertz, 120 for this game, 120 for this game with Series X or the S version. They kept pushing the frame rate, the power. You had power.
Well, that is the Avengers.
Just said the same thing
You
I said.
have power. But what else are you going to give me so I could show that power off?
Oh,
God, I'm sounding like
monsters
crap.
that eat monsters.
Oh, no.
I don't even see any gameplay yet for Avengers. I don't know what I'm missing.
There's gameplay in it.
He says that it was in development before the launch of Avengers, so this is not what I said where he pulled it out, but it looks like I don't know.
Brian, the PlayStation guy, I got to give him a shout out. He says Xbox is the McDonald's dollar menu. PlayStation is the 5-star steakhouse. Brian, not fair. I'm starving. I'm starving.
Brian, you're wrong.
This game looks
they
good.
both cost exactly the same.
This game looks good though. Like it's got the humor and it's got. Apparently, it's coming out October 26th.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing right now? I'm just seeing whoever's playing the actual Chris Pratt part. He's just looking out into like the world there, and it's thunder and lightning, and they're just walking around.
Oh no, I was just watching the trailer, the official reveal trailer.
Oh, I'm watching the actual show.
Go watch the trailer. Go watch the trailer, dude.
But I'm watching the show, which is showing the game. It doesn't look anything like Guardians.
Avengers. It does.
Avengers. Well, not yet. Not yet.
No. Listen, the gameplay slightly does.
It does. Okay.
Like slow punch and spin. It has.
Okay. Okay. I'm starting to see it now. They're going down here into this other valley. I'm watching live on a different, just watching IGN.
I just
or
sent you the
something.
trailer. It's like a 2-minute trailer.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, that's what you should watch. Watch that. It looks cool. Like the thing that'll probably get some hate is this is not. The Avengers got hate for that too. Like this is not the. Yeah, this is. It doesn't look like the real, like the movies.
Yeah.
So people don't like that. But you know what the funny thing is? Nobody said that shit about the Spider-Man game, right? It's because it was so good.
Toby, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, this isn't.
See, the reason I'm not streaming Crap is I don't know Square Enix. I
would not trust Square Enix.
No,
you have to get
You have to get permission.
They send you a send you a non-DMC link, which I don't have at the moment.
Right. No, that's fine. I'm not gonna. No, guys. Like I said, it's just something when you're doing Ubisoft and Square Enix on. I don't know how much you guys pay attention to the YouTube side of it, but if you don't have Xbox gave permission and bought the rights to the music for that to be aired.
That was pretty cool.
That was that was beyond cool. So I applaud Xbox and say thank you. But yeah, Square Enix and Ubisoft, you either had to apply for what Crap's talking about, which is a direct feed and has the rights to blah blah blah. I didn't apply for it because I usually don't watch the Square Enix stuff. I do watch it, but I watch it later when it's reduced to 10, 15 minutes of highlights. But yeah, no, I see the game and the game looks okay. I'll be honest with you, this Guardians game is. I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but it doesn't. Like the scenery is amazing and everything, but like you say, you're dealing with a non-looking Chris Pratt, and you don't have the same characters' voices. You're definitely not going to get Bradley Cooper to do Rocket.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's good, but it doesn't really flatter me that much, and I'm a big
I hear what you're saying,
Guardians
but
fan.
like, for me, for like this game to come out this year, I think is pretty cool.
That's cool. Is it only on
Yeah.
PS5 and Xbox Series X, or is it cross-gen?
No, PS4 is cross-gen.
Oh, there we
You
go.
can see it. Just look at the.
I know. I was hoping.
All you gotta do is
one thing I
play
wanted
a
to
lot
come-
of Ubisoft
Go ahead.
games.
Go ahead,
on
Jez.
Game Pass.
Oh, he was just talking.
Srexman, what'd you say, Srexman?
I said, Mooch, all you gotta do is wait. A lot of Ubisoft games go to Game Pass.
No, they didn't announce that either. That was another thing.
No, I'm talking about later.
These Ubisoft games, or you know who's the new Bethesda
EA?
Mooch?
Oh.
Yeah, the new Bethesda, where the games come out and they drop in price is Ubisoft. Yeah,
Yes.
they're the new Bethesda.
Yes.
You know, one of those.
They do drop
Watch
fast.
Watch Dogs Legions dropped to $30 faster
Dude, I
than
got-
fill in the
Oh,
blank
really?
joke.
Hey, I'm gonna tip for everybody, all the Mooch Maniacs and Crapaholics. Yeah, never buy an Ubisoft game at full price.
I know,
ever.
and I did it. I bought
Don't buy
Far
the
Cry
gold
6.
editions either. Ever.
I shouldn't have.
Don't buy the gold editions will be half price, especially
It's
near the
true.
holidays. Do not buy Ubisoft games. Don't go full
What you're
Ubisoft.
trying to say is
Don't go full Ubisoft.
Never go.
And it's your,
Never go
back,
full
it's your
Ubisoft.
backlog.
I love that.
And it's
That's
your
a shirt.
backlog that you
That is a
have.
shirt. There you
So
go.
by the time you finish your backlog games, the game will be cheaper, and
It
then
will.
you get it and play it.
Dude,
Like, to be
Definitely.
honest with you, like I thought that what was that Phoenix Rising game, right? Like that looked really good, and I was gonna buy it at launch, and I was like, but I got all these other games, and next thing you know, it was $20, and I got it for $20.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
bought the money.
literally.
I got the full pack. Dude. I paid $70.
In fact, I got
Yeah.
Watch Dogs. Like, my wife bought me Watch Dogs for my PS5 at Christmas. And then I bought it on Xbox when it was on sale for like $14.99 or something. So I got it on both, and they both got the 60 frames update, so I can like go back and kind of play those when I have some downtime and stuff, because you know those games are usually okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I'm excited. I thought, like I said, just going back to before we head out, Microsoft's show was better than it had been. You know, 7 out of 10. Like, you know, like I know people are gonna think that I'm hating or whatever. Not the case. I just think that I would have liked to have seen some of that stuff that they announced before.
Yes.
You know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, like a lot of the stuff that they have is coming. I guess the stuff that's coming soon was the stuff that they showed, which is cool. But why didn't they do that last year or 2019 when they were hooking us? So, like, people yell at Sony for lying about God of War, which might be the only game, that and Gran Turismo, that missed the launch year. If Horizon comes out this year, and people want to bitch at Sony for that, but then Microsoft basically hooked so many people by announcing Hellblade 2 and Perfect Dark and all these games, and they're not coming for like 2023, 2024.
Right.
You know, I feel like, like, I don't know. I don't really get it. The hook people,
That's
like,
the
I
thing.
don't know,
Where's the
like-
hook? Where's that? I gotta
Yeah.
go. And that's what we saw that in a lot of super chats. Saw that a lot in the chat. They said nothing today, Mooch, made me feel like I've got to get in the car and go buy a Series X.
Yep.
Hey, so Mooch, to answer your question,
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a single-player action-adventure game with a lot of player choice. You play as Star-Lord, but have control of all the Guardians during combat. So yeah.
Oh, much
single
like
player.
Final Fantasy, then, where you can kind of
Yep,
divert.
it's the Final Fantasy engine.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh, is it?
It's the Final Fantasy
now
remake
you've
engine, yeah.
tickled the fancy there, Crap.
Yes.
I'm buying it now.
Okay.
Hey, I'm on it, man, because I'm in here.
Sir X, man.
Like,
Yeah, no, Crap. You always do
Oh,
your
this
due
looks
diligence.
cool.
Sir X, man, if you
Yeah,
happen
I
to
love
buy the
turn-based
game and they
RPGs.
throw you a free copy, just you know how to find me.
give it to Luke.
Give it to Mooch. Listen, yes,
about it.
please.
It's going to be in Game Pass for you by the
Oh,
time you finish your
stop
other
it.
game.
That ain't coming to Game Pass for a
Everybody
while.
go download Yakuza Like a Dragon.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Real
It's
quick,
for sale.
real-
It's
I got-
available now.
I got one quick point. Real
It
quick.
is. It's just-
How come Halo was the only one that didn't have a release date? Every other game on the stage had a release date.
Because they're
I'll-
struggling with it.
I'll
Now,
answer-
okay, you can ask Brap this too. Brap has heard that Joseph Staten wants to push Halo back till next year. With the way that
You
they're launching
had
them.
5 years.
6
years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
6 years.
Well, the problem
Seriously.
is just like with Everwild, apparently that got rebooted. They had to restart on that game. So same thing supposedly happened to Halo. So, I wouldn't be surprised. It would not utterly shock me to get a multiplayer launch this holiday.
Yep.
With
beta.
the single player coming later.
And there was no beta announcement either for Halo multiplayer at all.
Yep.
People thought they were going to drop a beta today or coming up. Nothing. It was the weirdest thing. Like that's like going into this. I thought Halo and Starfield would be the main things that are coming, and really those games did not carry the show at all. They were like actually put in the background. I couldn't believe it, which makes you wonder, like, is Starfield going to hold? How's Starfield have November 11, 2022 locked in, and Halo is like this? And know what else is interesting? Forza Horizon 5 is November 9th. Forza in November and Halo holiday? When's Halo coming out? Christmas Eve?
Well, that's what Worry goes, it'll be in December. Let me tell you something. So, Jez, again, another red flag. So they're moving it all the way to the middle of December, okay, which is not good for sales either. If you're talking about sales, forget Game Pass for a second, because you've passed the big holiday rush at that point. But hear me out. On top of that, what does it really say to me? Delay. It says delay. Because if you're going to get to the end and you're not going to do it at the tail end, you go, well, we're delaying till spring. Everyone's going to go, well, that's all right. I got 80 games in the fall coming out anyway. I'm good.
I know.
It's kind of it's an out. It's an out, like, when you go to dinner and you're like, I don't want to hang out with this other couple. So you and your better half come up and you're like, well, what we'll say is, we got to get up early tomorrow. Now, if the night goes good, you stay out all night. But if the night starts to suck, you're like, well, I do got to get up early tomorrow. He does have to get up early tomorrow, says the wife. Right? So you're like, it's an out. If you say December, it's an out. And realistically, as gamers, we can all come down hard on them. But realistically, it gets them a past the spring.
And when's the anniversary? When's it? November 21st? 17th?
Well, hold on. I was in one of the chats here. I'm just looking.
August. Xbox Live started in August in 2000.
Well, Halo's
it's on Halo 20th year.
See, I thought Halo would release on 11/7. That would be like 117.
Right.
And now they got Forza Horizon launching on the 9th, so I don't think they're gonna have Halo and Forza released day and next to each other.
No, that's why when companies say holiday, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Usually when they say holiday,
it's Thanksgiving to Christmas.
It's Christmas, closer into
It's usually
December.
Thanksgiving. Yeah. It's never really December. Like only Nintendo could drop like a Mario game in December, but not a lot of them. They always try to get that Black Friday. So whenever they say holiday, you're looking at. So maybe it's end of November then. Maybe they're looking at like. End of November, like Black Friday or like the first week of December. I don't know. But it is definitely, it is definitely weird how they're treating Halo. It definitely there's stuff in there, and even that in-engine footage that they showed, the trees are still there. They still got those Minecraft looking things like that. Whatever they showed before the multiplayer didn't look any more impressive than what they showed last year.
So other than the OG Xbox, this will be the first Halo without a 4 to 5 month beta for the multiplayer.
Yes. We all thought it would be
never happened. Ever.
And that multiplayer looked decent. Like they brought back some of the human controlled ships. There's some new weapons.
Throw the sword. Throw the sword at somebody. I was like, that's awesome.
I know. And also like the way he could use the hook shot to hijack on a vehicle. I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted to see. That's like just
when he hijacked him out of that Banshee and he grappled onto the Banshee and he kicked him out of the Banshee.
Dude, I like that stuff. That's good stuff. But like I wish they would have showed just somebody playing it. And also what modes are available. Is there going to be a new big team battle mode? And some of those maps, to be honest, looked like old Halo maps. Like that looked like Blood Gulch. That looked like those structures
the one
and
with
stuff.
all the trees, because they had all the trees on the side.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to J God in the chat. He goes, "What happened to Kojima?" I think Kojima's doing something with Sony.
What happened to studio acquisitions? No Kojima. What happened to them getting Ubisoft Play day and date and Game Pass? I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
People still giving it a 9 and an 8. Yeah, for what? Like, what?
The rumor has been changed to they're still working out the paperwork right now.
No. Steam. Remember, Steam was going to come to Game Pass. Like, oh, come on, it's all fun and games.
What happened to let people know that EA Access is in Game Pass now? A lot of people don't know that. I've talked to some of my friends that got Xbox, and they don't even know that.
Yeah,
let them know.
They still did not hit what they need to hit. Like if you look at it from a perspective of like what it should have been, it's a 5. Like it needed. It's because it didn't do what it needed to do and get people back around and go get an Xbox. Even just sign up to Game Pass right now. They didn't even do that really with that stuff. A lot of the stuff was like, oh, well, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Well, you basically shafted a whole bunch of people who bought that at launch for Xbox because that was the one with the update, and now you put it in Game Pass. So a lot of people bought that game because you didn't have any exclusive lineups or nothing in the beginning. You used Yakuza Like a Dragon as like an Xbox game that came out, and people bought it. And I see people like going, I was gonna buy it. And now it's in Game Pass. It's a PS4 game, but it got the Xbox Series X update before PlayStation did. So they kind of
still doing some Avengers stuff too.
They are still doing Avengers stuff. Yeah, they're not giving up on that game, man.
No, listen, I like the game. You know what happened, Mooch? Like, here's the thing. Like, and I just noticed this. I had the fucking PS4 version installed on my PS5 for some reason, not the PS5 version. So I was like,
oh no!
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what happens with some. Like, there are some issues with PS5 that's annoying.
Oh,
it'll do that. Yeah. I had to delete the PS4 version of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, off my PS5. I was like, so now they label it so it's easier to do. But I was like, damn, why the hell do I got this?
It was
a checkbox. So, if you put that checkbox where you say install PS4 version on external hard drive, it automatically installs both of them, like the PS5 version and the PS4 version.
Yeah. It looks like they finally got some Black Panther going on Avengers.
Oh, he's supposed to come out at Christmas time. They already did their roadmap for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know. Like the thing is that I think they did a better show. I do think that Phil did his thing at the end with that samba music going, I believe in you and I believe in everybody.
Yeah.
It's just like so sad, and I'm like, he's like, one more thing. I just feel that
that wasn't a huge one more thing either.
Yeah.
No, it was not.
I mean, listen, I like those games.
That game is awesome.
Dude, if they take that much time to make a CGI trailer that's about like 5 minutes long, that's what they build. The game is probably still in concept because that was like a 20-minute freaking CGI. I'm like, just show the game by then.
That was some CGI. It was.
They said it was coming out March
2022. Yeah, my ass is coming out summer 2022. That game's not coming out. If it is going to be like episode 1.
Yeah.
There's no Star Wars references in it, right?
Let me do this, guys. We have been on since 12 o'clock. It's almost 4 o'clock Eastern time. Guys, I want to say thanks. And honestly, I want to thank everyone that stopped by. Welcome and thank the great Jez7780 and SirX Man who are here now.
I'm going to have to jump on Salty's now.
Tell Salty we send all our respects and good vibes. Love the salt.
I will.
And
thank you for the invite.
Absolutely, Jez. And I want to thank Worry Wart coming on, as well as Brap and Xbot448. Just an outstanding show. I want to thank the great Crap Gamer and Nova, who spent a lot of time with me this morning getting a lot of this all prepared and up and running.
Nova with the quote of the day: Shredders doesn't look terrible.
Put that on a shirt and sell it.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. I would love that, right? According to Nova Insomniac, Shredders, this game doesn't look terrible.
It don't look terrible.
Yeah.
I wonder if the devs would run with that.
They should. Hey, remember the Bleeding Edge devs ran with like Discord quotes or some shit?
Yes.
It was hilarious,
It ain't bad.
Yeah, it ain't
bad. It's a character with their arms shrugged up, their shoulders up near their ears.
Yeah.
It ain't bad.
Yeah.
So, that being said, guys, outstanding show.
Edges, meh.
That being said, guys, outstanding show today. I want to say thanks to the chat. Thanks to the super chat. Awesome show. I like how we did one fluid motion show. Just a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't bad crap. I got to say, it was a really, really great show. A lot of fluid motion. Everyone that was on was just absolutely added to the show. So thanks again to everyone that was on the panel. Thanks to everybody that was gracious enough with the super chats. And guys, we will be live Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time for Crossfire. And believe me, I believe we're going to have even more information on each of these games and each of these subjects as we go through, as well as the other great conferences that are occurring throughout the weekend and week. So guys, with that, enjoy your Sunday. Go get some Ratchet and Clank time in. Spend some time with your family. Get some pizza. And we'll see you guys next Friday on Crossfire. Guys, peace out. Good night.
Later.
Have a good